Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Quiet. We are back with another fantastic dive into Things from the Flood by 3D Publishing. Top of the show, we have a few announcements to start off. First off, our sponsor, again, back for another week. I have to turn down the music so that way we can be heard. But hey, welcome everybody.
We didn't want that PG rating, did we, at all?
No, I never air this as a PG show. I air this as a PG-13 or maybe rated, if rated PG-13.
If rated, yeah.
Yeah, because I like swearing, and
who doesn't? It's a way to show you're intelligent.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
Usually I have to go pull another browser that closed on me because my computer is awesome and has not been having all the technical difficulties. But anyhow, this week's sponsor, brought to you once again by the lovely Ben over here sitting to my stage right, I believe, is the Rune Lords War Game by Red Gin Publishing. Productions, excuse me, not publishing. They are the team behind it. It is coming very soon. Their Kickstarter is currently... they have the waitlist up on Kickstarter.com. So if you go down to our little sponsor banner that is in our little underneath the Twitch and the Twitch panels, it'll take you over to that Kickstarter waitlist, and you just notify me when this goes live, and you put in your email, and it'll take you right to it. The Rune Lords board game is based off of the best-selling novel series of the same name by the lovely David Farland. And it is a cool board game for 1 to 4 players. It goes into some sweet strategies of deck building, resource management, and some cool hex-based skirmishing combat to end it all off. It is broken up into 2 main stages, one being sovereignty stage, where you build up your army and you kind of do that deck building and the resource management kind of portion of it. And then you take all of those units you get there and you put them into combat in the might stage, where you battle out some sweet fights in the hex-based skirmish combat. One day I'll be able to get that without killing myself.
That's fine.
And based on all that, you then take that all and you rack up some points and you see who's the victor, and you can do it by yourself if you want to. Make it real easy.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. We have an active solo mode.
Yes, which is awesome. Are you excited? Are you excited for the Kickstarter? Does it have an exact date yet? Or
Yeah. We're still looking around the sort of the first couple of days of February. So 3rd to the 5th. Thinking the 3rd is a good solid day at the moment, but we're just keeping our ears to the ground, make sure that we're not launching on the same day as anything too sizable, shall we say? Because first-time publishers are eager and enthusiastic, but people like what people like, and we really don't want to launch on the same day as a CMON campaign or anything like that. So
yeah.
But isn't it true that if you go
probably
to the Kickstarter page right now, you can get on the mailing list to know when the Kickstarter goes live?
There's a mailing list.
There is a mailing list. Yeah, we will have a MailChimp.
I'm wondering how many times we're gonna be like, did you know the Rune Lords board game has a mailing list? Because I've said it twice already, and Arani said it, and Caleb followed it up, and I'm like, cool.
Drinking game.
There we go. There we go.
Just in the middle of the game, Annika's gonna be like, by the way,
did you know?
Rune Lords has a mailing list.
How crunk can you get with Quiet?
Oh no.
How correct can you get with Quiet?
We haven't even started yet, Ben.
You've already made me ugly laugh.
With that being said, that wraps up our sponsor for the evening. Thank you, Red Gin, Ben. I appreciate you both for these sweet sponsorships.
You deserve it. You're wonderful.
And do we have any other sweet announcements? I have actually another one.
Announcements on announcements
coming soon. It's more of a like teaser announcement. I don't have anything solidified yet for this, but in addition to the Alien campaign that should be starting mid-February here, I have a 3rd campaign I'm spooling up in the world and game system called Emberwind, made by the lovely Derek. I don't remember his last name. I met him at the con this past weekend. We had a great time talking. I was like, I need to do this on a stream because it looks beautiful. It is a sweet system. Go check it out. EmberWomenGame.com or it's by Omnivore Games. That's the company that Derek owns and is president of. But that's coming soon to the channel. As soon as I get it set up, it's real fun.
Fancy.
Anybody else have
So
sweet?
when do you have free time, Fan? Just
yeah, I don't. What is that?
Do you sleep?
We don't
Sleep?
need to.
No,
we can't bring. We can't
Ronnie,
bring.
we don't need to bring up 2018 rumors here.
Yeah,
We're not doing that again.
Yes, sleep is
I
a
didn't
dangerous
mention
topic
it.
in this
You did.
group.
I didn't mention it either. Technically,
The
I'm just
recording
bringing
of
up
the
the
show
fact.
who mentioned sleep. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you
You know?
mentioned, do you sleep? And I'm like, don't start this.
Yeah.
I don't know if
This
I've
is how
heard
the
of
last
her.
one
Sleep?
got set.
I'm
This is how
just
the last
saying
one
It's
got
not
sleep
for
set.
the
is
weak,
good,
kids.
and
Get your
y'all-
sleep whilst you're young, because when you get old, you will forget.
Yeah. My eyes also.
Or you'll have kids, and they will take it from you.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Or, you'll be too busy seeking out the dark forces.
One of the three.
There are
Aren't they
three
kids?
kinds of people, ladies and gentlemen.
You are not wrong. Welcome to the live stream, all of you in chat.
Yeah,
I
welcome,
appreciate
chat.
you all being here, and I hope you all are having a fantastic evening. And let's.
And remember, people, we do have a Discord server for Quiet. So if
Yes.
you are looking to get more, pick our brains about any of this stuff, join us there.
Ask us
There'll be a link
questions,
in the
draw us
chat.
fan art, write us fan things.
there will be a chat-
we don't know.
We're literally, Caleb and I are just giant dramatic idiots who went on Twitter this week to be like, talk to us about our character and we'll tell you what songs mean to them. Because we just are
I was
very
laying
excited.
floor, which isn't a euphemism. I was
No,
literally
he was doing
laying
like
tiles.
practical, responsible adult
Yeah.
things, and we were
Yeah.
like, "Hey, internet, let me tell you about my character."
I was building a house, and I was like, every now and again, I was like, I need a break, and I just go to my Discord, and it's like, oh, they're talking about Spotify. Well, that's not going to interest me very much. And
The
then go back
disdain
to
in your voice just
the level of disdain as well. There's this very distinct level of disdain for it. It's like, oh, yay.
But how else will you know what that song by Anna Akana means to Vi? Gosh.
Well, I mean, if you ever stop talking about it, then maybe.
How dare you?
I don't know.
Hold on,
Is this our
gotta
first fight?
guys. I left the marshmallows for this roast in the car. I will have to go back out and get them during the break. For now, let's dive in. If we don't have any other announcements to tonight's episode of Quiet, since we are going to be starting a little behind.
I came out to the club to have fun.
You're feeling so attacked right now?
Yeah.
It's okay. We all.
Hamish is just in the corner just staring at me. Just
So I didn't get a chance to also add in a lovely recap done by Arani. I do.
Gift for all you podcast listeners.
Yes, for all you podcast listeners, you'll have this at the top of the episode. But for all of us here tonight in the stream, as I dealt with a litany of lovely audio issues, because apparently that happens when you try to make a podcast and life and everything breaks on you and you're like, why? And then you have weird feedback loops that you don't know where they're coming from. We're getting too into this. Anyway.
Technology is the reason we can't have nice things.
Yes.
Yep.
Annika, would you like to do us a live recap version?
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh boy.
Did you script this? I hope you scripted it. If it's not the
I-
same, they'll know.
Script?
Script is a
Bulleted
strong
list?
word. Pointers is probably a better
I don't
word.
even
Talking
use
points.
manuscripts at work. And that I probably should.
Pastor Ronnie, ladies and gentlemen. I don't use scripts. 2020.
I use an outline. Here, let me get my talking points.
They're more like guidelines.
It's true. It's true. So that you can make more stuff up.
My stream summary for the weird loop
There we go.
problem is apparently live. Thanks, Twitch.
Cool.
I appreciate you.
All right. Hey everyone, it's Annika Montenegro. Here's what you missed last time. So, we all woke up together in the same bed, me with Vi and Wooly, and we woke up to the sound of my mom knocking on the door. So fortunately, we were able to cover that up with, them hiding me and telling her I went on a run or something. But once we got that taken care of, we went back to the woods and gathered up the leftover pieces of those things that attacked us the night before. I think Wooly's gonna Frankenstein them into something that's gonna be useful for us later. Anyway, after that, the next item on the agenda was fixing my mom. We got her back into the guest house, and I started to talk to her about Jake to, throw her off, and it worked. She hurt Wooly, and that was scary, but he pushed through. He's tough like that, and he did it. She's not under their control anymore, so she's just mom. Hopefully she stays that way. Anyway, we had my dad drop us off at this new age shop where Vi lives, I guess. The shop owner's name is Annalise, and she was really nice, and she was telling us a little bit about Vi's past, and I stopped her before it got too awkward. I mean, what happened? He has nobody. Anyway, we got on the bus then to head out to get the parts for whatever magnet thing Wooly's going to use to stop the robot invasion. While we were on the bus, Vi tried to get more information out of his scrying crystal, but I think he went too far. People started noticing. People who are controlled started noticing. I had to throw him off somehow, so I pretended that me and Vi were, an item, and it worked. Vi was furious, though. He hated it. I mean, I hated it too, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So we got to Cooper's for the electromagnet parts, and Wooly went to go do his thing while Vi and I sort of had it out over everything that happened. He ran off, and when Wooly was done, I wanted to take care of his hand, and I don't know, I wanted someone to not hate the person that I'm becoming. So, okay, I kissed him, and Vi saw, and now everything's a huge mess, and I went to go pull myself together. And he found me later, Vi did. He wanted to make things right. Well, I don't think he wanted to make things right. Wooly sort of insisted that he make things right. And it worked, sort of. I mean, Vi's never going to forgive me for the person I used to be, but we've at least decided to stop fighting for Wooly's sake. And anyway, Vi also found a locket. He found Jake's locket, which means they have Jake, and I don't even know what to do about that. And worse still, the picture of Jake in the locket looks wrong somehow. Something in the eyes. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I can't even worry about it right now, though, because I got a call from Kara, and she's being followed. Someone from these mind control people is following her, and I don't know what to do, but we have to find her, and we have to save her. When Vi and I got back and caught Wooly up with everything, we noticed that someone's been watching us from across the street. I don't know who it is, and I don't know what's about to happen, but I hope this is all over soon.
Woo!
Awesome.
A round of applause.
Yes.
My goodness, that was good.
I was about to say, when from Annika's perspective, yeah, he just came and found me. No.
No. He was forced to.
He was forced. Well, he was literally holding his breath.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was very good.
And with that, we dive into tonight's session, where I believe a lovely group of individuals are currently standing outside of Cooper's electronics store.
By Bentley.
Yep, ran by Bentley. And they're across the street. There's an individual who's standing there. Just
Can
kind
we
of
get a rough description of this
a
individual?
rough description as you kind of look across the street and now take in notice their features. They are tall, roughly about 6 foot even, lithe but not wiry. Outside of that, you kind of notice immediately that he's not really wearing a shirt. He's got a vest on of some sort, and his hair seems to be bright purple.
Okay.
Do any of us know this person?
Well, what kind of role can you make for that to see whether or not you know this person? Let me see. I don't think so. But we can always
They
make
run
a
in
roll.
any circles that I might know of them?
Potentially.
Do I know them from the Purple Hair Club?
Probably not.
Is
Darn.
Vi a part of the Purple Hair Club, or is that just Caleb?
No, his hair is kind of like mine right now,
Oh, okay.
actually. Yeah.
Awesome.
A solid look.
But his is electric purple, and mine's just plum.
I don't think there's really
purple.
a skill that will help you here to know this person. None of you
The
know
only
them.
thing I could think of was is contact.
Contact is, I would say, yeah, you could do that.
Could I empathize?
Yeah, you could try empathy. I think empathize would probably be the closest one to try to figure out who they are at the moment, because you've already, like, contacting them I kind of see as more trying to reach out to find somebody you aren't immediately in contact with.
First roll of the night, guys.
That is going to be, by the way, before we roll this, make sure I have the vocation on that correctly. Let us see. Trouble. There we go. Let's see. Where is my difficulty chart? Oh, I probably
We've been playing for 5 minutes, and I'm already hecka nervous, y'all.
I'm frightened.
doing me.
Scared. Hold me.
It is going to be an almost impossible roll. You need at least 3 successes to even pass. You will not take a condition if you do not succeed, by the way. You'll be fine if you don't succeed. But
Okay.
it is an almost impossible task.
Come on. Yeah. No. Nothing at all. I need to rearrange a few things here.
I don't know what to roll for this, or if this is even a roll, but like, how is he looking at us? Is it like
Roll, that'd be empathize. That would definitely
empathize?
be empathize.
Cool.
Is it
What do I have in
desire?
that? That's 4 whole dice. All right.
Yeah. And it's still gonna be almost impossible for that roll.
Cool.
Fun, love it.
That's a big 0.
All right.
So I'm gonna take a step and stand in front of Wooly and Vi.
Okay.
Vi is just kind of gonna peek out from behind Annika and just go, hi. Kind of wave at him.
He kind of raises a hand and kind of looks both ways before crossing the street.
See, careful. He's careful.
As he's coming over, I whisper, keep an eye out behind the ear.
Gotcha.
Are you being stealthy with that?
Sure.
Roll me a sneak, please.
Can I assist by the distraction of the wave?
Sure.
So
Well, that's an extra die.
Yes.
Yeah.
one extra die.
you're welcome.
I got a success.
Okay. As far as you can tell, he doesn't seem to make any immediate responses toward that. As he crosses, and as he crosses, you get a bit of a better picture. He is very, almost androgynous in both look and shape. Tall, lithe, with toned, but not really necessarily like overtly muscular physique. He's shirtless with kind of a vest going on that is made out of what looks to be a leather of some kind. It's roughened and either realistically aged or fake aged. He's
Caleb, you need some water. You're looking thirsty.
Fine.
I was about to say, is this Vi or is this Caleb? And I was just like,
That's the thing.
no, it's both.
I don't think they're
How dare you? I'm a
exclusive.
happily taken person in a relationship. Vi isn't, so.
That being said, and he also is wearing what seems to be black jeans, erring towards the side of skinny, but not ostensively so, and black combat boots.
Damn it, Ben.
Did you just peg his entire brand?
I didn't mean to.
Vi's potentially.
Wonderful. I'm glad this works out even better.
Fun.
Semi-androgynous white boys who are tall and weird.
Well,
Couldn't guess who else also fits that description. That being said, as he gets closer, you realize that he is not only does have purple hair, but is a purple that passes through a magenta to a crimson red. It is wrapped in a bun that he is taken out as he approaches before kind of waving it out a little bit and then putting it back into a low pony.
Is he L'Oreal advertising us right now?
come through. Canteen, come on.
And he approaches.
Hamish, God.
Well, if I've ever needed to see a group of 3 individuals together, I would definitely not know where to find them. My Annika, Wooly, Vi. He looks at each of you as he says those 3. What an
Supposed to be
interesting.
smooth and confident, because it just came out kind of weird. Who the hell are you?
Smooth and confident is a very bold term for what I'm talking, and if I was trying something, I would be looking like I'm giving more effort than I am right now, which is none.
No, you look like you're giving it a lot.
Really?
Giving something.
You walked across the street and just literally tried to do an advert with your hair. That's a lot
No,
of
my
effort.
bun was getting like a little done.
Anyway, my question hasn't been answered yet there, bucko.
I'm Hal for the time being.
Mal.
No, Hal with an H.
How? That's not more reaffirming. That's much less.
It probably won't be reaffirming, and nothing I will have to say to you after this will give you any sort of confidence in the matter. And I apologize in advance because this is probably going to be a very startling, and maybe the best word, conversation.
Already there, friend, so why don't you just say what's on your mind?
I was sent here to drop a little line to you guys that, wow. Just wow. You guys got such a great hook on some pretty fancy stuff that might undo some really great things, and this is where you guys are at.
I mean, who doesn't need things like Cooper's Electronics?
Not what I'm talking about, and you know it,
No.
Vi, as the one who's probably the most hurt from all this.
So, and Vi kind of steps up, like a bit of like his stance completely changes. So, are you gonna keep speaking in half truths, or shall we just cut through the bullshit, Hal?
Cut through the bullshit. I feel like that's an accurate statement, what I just said, without cutting through any bullshit. And
So are you like the freaking robot hench person here to tell us don't get too close?
He
Your loved ones will suffer
kinda
because...
smiles and then turns his right ear, and you see no port. No, I'm no henchman. I'm not a part of the inclusion. I'm not any of these things that you are so deeply worried about. I'm not even here to steal anybody else's love interest, because apparently that's a thing y'all have to worry about now. Great job, guys.
So, what part are you playing?
The inclusion?
Observer or
Can we go back to
Jester?
the bit where you actually named the big bad?
The big bad. Oh, right, the inclusion. You guys don't know about that yet, and we'll probably never see it. We'll see. It's a thing.
Are you just an asshole?
No, yes,
just your
a little
thing.
bit of both, but I mean, I kind of have a good reason to be given what I've watched the 3 of you do, and I'm not surprised.
What do you mean?
Oh, I don't know. Like, let's just fucking strum heartstrings like they're a fucking harpsichord.
What do you mean?
I don't...
question for
Question,
you, Fen?
yeah.
With my type, Do I sense a kinship within Hal?
With your type. Let me see. Let me double check that statement. Sorry, I have a lot of tabs open on things.
Annika, just for visual reference, I don't think any of you have seen Annika really angry.
Is it middle class privilege?
She is physically restraining herself from punching this guy.
Damn it, Ben.
It's 2 a.m., alright? I'm allowed to be sassy.
Yeah,
Sassy Ben is new Ben.
So
she's got her fists clenched and is, again, sort of standing in a way to make herself look bigger. She's got her arms out a little bit more. Definitely has one in front of Wooly. Will have one in front of Vi if he doesn't step past it. But since he's gone a little aggro, she's not going to stop him.
A little aggro. Don't know what you're talking about. The tone of his voice just dropped a little bit, and it's fine. Everything's fine.
But yeah, so that's happening. Just for context.
you'll have to run that by me one more time here. I was reading about.
Oh, Annika's about to punch a sucker straight in the teeth.
Please do.
Not yet, but she's.
What do I have to do to get you to?
Is this Ben or the character?
Oh my god!
But she's visibly angry. I'll say
fine.
that.
Okay.
But in
you
answer to my
sense
question,
an understanding, not a kinship.
Okay, so what? You just came here to taunt us about the fact that we have feelings?
Yes.
And
the inclusion.
The inclusion. We'll get to that here in a second. It'll take longer than I think I technically have time for, based on.
But you definitely have enough time to mock the dating lives of 3 teenagers you've never met.
Yeah, 3 teenagers who might have a little more on their plate than they've bargained for and are wasting time barling about who's kissed who.
he's got a fair point.
But that also comes from the 3 individuals with very, dark backstories that everybody's really sad about, and abandoned friendships and really hurt love stories. It's wonderful. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm sure you're enjoying the drama of our lives, or at least commenting about it. So shall we just get to it?
The best part has been the whole who's kissed who and how upset we've gotten over it.
Okay, who the fuck do you think you are?
Annika.
I'm Hal, and I know exactly who the fuck I think I am. And he kind of taps his ear. I'm probably one of the few left who knows a lot more than they probably should, and might be helpful to you. And due to events telling me that I should probably get in touch with you guys to keep you maybe a little on track and also help you out, because you'll probably need it at some point later down the road.
How have you been watching us?
I'm following you. It's not hard. You guys leave a pretty obvious trail.
We
weren't on the
do
bus.
stick out.
How did you know where we were going?
You hear what?
You weren't on the bus, so how did you know where we were going?
Simple. You follow the bus to the stop.
You don't have to
You
be.
were walking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you're able to keep
Okay.
the bus in track the entire time.
Yeah.
So you're gonna tease us about the fact that we're normal humans who are dealing with a freaking crisis,
Are you
or are
a
you gonna help
robot?
us?
No.
He just proved that he wasn't
He
one.
kind of leans again.
No, he proved he's not a cyborg. Robots are something else entirely.
Oh, you want me to prove that I'm not a robot? Okay. And then he kind of flicks his blade open,
Okay, whoa.
just kind of raises it over an arm. I prove it to you. I bleed like everybody else.
Ken, out of curiosity, how closely does this world follow our real world?
Kind of closely, depending.
No, just Terminator.
I would say, yeah, Terminator exists. Yeah, and kind of remember them. But yeah, I don't know what kind of proof I need to give you that it I am.
Okay.
Human.
For right now, before we go a punching and a cutting,
Just
I was-
tell us something useful or leave.
Tell you something useful or leave. Weird ultimatum. But okay. Something useful. Something useful is that you would have benefited from stopping by Kara's before heading here. But rather than checking on your best friend, you continue to just walk around with 3 strangers you just met. Or 2 strangers you just met. You kind of looks at Vive.
You just discounted Hamish.
Hamish is technically not a human being with a beating heart. As far as I care, those are the numbers.
Are you?
Seeing as I wasn't part of the troop until just now, yeah, I am. I have a beating heart. I could show it to you if you want to, but it wouldn't be pretty.
You're part of the troop?
I'm not part of the troop.
us. Well, you referred to us as an. Okay.
So
I'm sure that you
we
could
already know
also
Kara's on the
analyze-
run. We know that things are happening. We thought she was in the hospital.
Where was she before she was in the hospital?
We didn't know.
No. Who talked to her again?
That's me.
No, before that. Who had 2 missed phone calls? Maybe more now. I don't know. Have you checked?
Okay, so I don't know about you. The definition of useful for me is information that is actionable instead of just making
Information
I
that
feel
is
guilty.
Actionable. Sorry, it kind of comes hand in hand, unfortunately, but there is plenty of actionable information where Kara was knocked unconscious.
You've been there then?
Yes, I have been there because, unlike some people, that's where I was supposed to meet you. But you all decided not to go there.
Why were you... You're talking as if events have already transpired for you.
No, yes and no. Certain events were perceived to have transpired.
By who?
By events. It's her job.
Events?
Yes.
Is that like a computer system?
No, it's another...
ENTS or
A
something?
friend of mine... There was a...
So you want us to go to Kara's house? Is that the,
No.
the end of
Time,
this?
And he
the
kind of
time for that is past.
pulls out 3 Polaroids and kind of holds them out
I'll
in between 2
take 'em.
fingers. There's what you need from Kara's house. There's your actual information.
Why are you helping us?
Because I'm one of the few who aren't included.
But what do you?
By the inclusion?
No, that's a silly question to ask you. What you get out of this?
What do I get
Okay,
out of this?
so
Good question for you to ask, even though you decided you didn't want to. I don't get anything out of this, out of my continued existence that is not under the thumb of some paranatural being that doesn't like us.
Paranatural? Is that
Nods.
the thing that everything's been talking about?
The
The
inclusion?
organism.
No, there's something else.
The organism.
The organism, yeah.
Oh, the organism. No, that's not that. That's a different thing. You guys will get there.
How many things are going on?
Maybe a few.
No.
Maybe a lot. Really, it's hard to tell.
Okay, so are you from a different faction that just doesn't want this faction to win?
Which factions are you talking about?
Well, the one that has eventing. That sounds like a faction.
Events? Well, I guess we are technically maybe a faction in your eyes. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say
What's your goal?
to keep the Earth existing.
Okay, that's a good goal.
Fair enough.
And that's the Earth as you see it, or the Earth as it is?
Earth as it is. People
Okay,
who
that's a
exist
better one.
there, the things that they do there, and the unfortunate side effects of what they do.
Okay, so this is all like fascinating or whatever, but as long as you're here, are we supposed to go somewhere else now, or
That is for you to decide. I can't do that for you.
apparently it's not, because it was
Yeah.
for us to decide before, and apparently we did it wrong.
You didn't do it wrong. Just the information
just
I was
made it-
given was
You
different.
just
just
taunted
made-
us for like 10 minutes about how we did it wrong.
Okay.
Potentially.
Moving on,
Okay.
aside from all that, and the fact that you're deliberately antagonizing us because it gets us onto the back foot, which gives you the upper hand in the conversation, let's go back to, you know about multiple things that are a threat, not just to this town, but also to our world and our perceived existence. So what I want to know is, how are you so in the know about everything other than events? And if you're so in the know about everything, why didn't you stop it before it became a thing?
Because it's not something I can. I can only do so much, and my realm doesn't transpire over the things that currently have let inclusion run rampant.
Your realm?
Yes, my realm. The realm that let me know that you guys were here and not somewhere else.
Okay. I'm gonna get a migraine if I keep listening to this idiot.
What's a realm? I mean, I know what a realm the word is, but is this magic?
If there's anything else, feel free. I'm gonna sit over here and look at these pictures that are apparently vitally important to our life.
Oh, I'd like to see those.
Yeah. Are you gonna keep talking to the bitchiest god ever here, or are we gonna
God's
save our
really
town?
strong. I am
You
not one of
guys
those.
go look at the photos.
Those things exist?
No,
Oh,
they don't.
I said that was worrying.
No, sorry.
I had to go to
There's-
church a lot more.
Yeah, no. There's no gods. Just us.
So, since
As in
you
just us, or just us?
Myself and a few
I'm
others.
at the bench. I'm sitting at the bench looking at Polaroids now.
Can we just get into the fact before you do that he basically just called himself a god?
No. It's too strong a word. I told you that.
too strong a word, potentially enhanced or
But
gifted.
It's closer, yeah. Enhanced.
By what? With what? By whom? How?
Fucking destiny. It's really hard to
Fate.
explain. Paranatural beings elsewhere.
You guys look at the photos.
But he's a.
If I can get more information,
Via-
I'll explain to you guys.
Whenever we get done talking, you probably should give a look at them too. You might know the most out of those.
Well, I can't get you.
That's a good point. You go look at the photos. I want to talk with him.
You guys can do both at the same time. You guys don't have to be, one or the other.
No,
Yeah,
someone
no,
needs to keep an eye on you.
Annika's just tuned out of this conversation because this guy is hell-bent on being the worst, and he's not an active threat, clearly. He's just a dickwad. So
Are you sure of that?
So,
I mean, currently she is looking at the photos and not actively physically a barrier between him and the other two. If he so much as twitches,
That's what Hamish is there for.
she will absolutely deck him.
so, how was it?
Yeah. That'll work for now.
So, what I'm getting from this conversation, please feel free to insult my interpretation if you wish.
Nah, go for it.
Whatever task you have,
It's fine.
you are a
You.
servant of what seems to be fate itself, or herself,
Potentially. I don't know what that
Or-
looks like anymore.
or an idea of fate and destiny.
Yes.
Our
Probably.
choices
Kinda.
moved us in a different direction than one was expecting, so you
that was
adapted.
different choices than events was expecting, so I was just kind of waiting around for that to become less of a problem, and then you guys gave me the lovely gift of smooches and problems, which allowed me to find you guys again.
Are you trying to make sure that we stay together?
No, I just have.
Okay.
I was here to help give you guys information
Fair,
to let you
and
know that this is a shit show. That was before all that happened.
absolutely.
Well, we
But-
know it's a shit show.
I must ask you, how much weight do you put in probability?
A lot, none. Probability is what brings people together. Probability is what splits people apart.
Probability is what ends one's fate. Or starts
Potentially.
it.
It's all possible.
So,
not.
Okay, that being weird, Wooly just walks away.
yeah.
Annika hands him one of the Polaroids and is
Yes.
staring at the other two.
So you've had a hand in not altering our fate, but giving us the information for us to alter it ourselves.
Yes. That is what I'm here to do. No more, no less.
By interfering, you're already altering our fate.
That's, unfortunately the point of why I was sent to alter it in the first place. Or not alter it, but let you guys alter it.
How
Just
long?
likes being creepy and cryptic. Bully, ignore him.
How long have you been watching us before all this? Was it the library or?
Really, myself watching you? Not that long. Really, once you guys got off the bus. Once that spark happened between you and Annika a little while ago on the bus, and then I followed it to where it got off.
Gotcha. Probability and fate. Gotcha. So, you wouldn't potentially know anything about, let's say, Boulder or the events before this, but perhaps, and that this is just an implication, there are others.
There are others of
people watching to make sure that we don't royally cock things up. Or if we are on the road to give us the information to alter our fate.
Events would know. So in theory. But that being said, outside of what Events knows and Events is willing to share with me, not really. And also, I don't think we have a need to follow you. You guys can succeed or fail on your own. We have other things we also have to worry about.
Fair. All the other catastrophes like hellmouths and things in LA.
Yep.
Okay, so
Saw that Buffy reference. I saw it, and I'm leaving it alone, but I saw it.
So is this all you're willing to give us? Or, well, now that the other two are not dealing with the whole paranatural magical thing, what else?
The other two that are dealing with the paranatural thing they're woefully inadequate for? Yeah, they're dealing with it.
And would you consider me inadequate as well?
Honestly, you probably have the best chance of the three of them as you're the one who looks at cryptic books all day.
Got a few cryptic books in my bag right now.
I know, and they're wonderful.
So, any more information, or shall we just go our separate ways? Well, with you potentially watching in the shadows if need be.
If I watch in the shadows, there'd be 1, really creepy, 2, an invasion of privacy, 3, I have other things I need to tend to. There's probably somebody who probably needs bailed out of something really nasty. I can't be everywhere at once, but I try to be. That being said, I think with everything else, bye. He kind of leans in to you. He kind of leans in, and I need you to make me a force body check.
What? Okay.
It's going to be a hard check. You will not take a condition for failing.
Oh, I'm upset and scared. So that's 1 die. No.
Okay. You are not going to take another condition, but you're okay. You freeze almost with fear at the speed that he leans into your ear and then whispers, "You aren't going to leave him like Boulder, are you?" And
I am
back up.
running over to him.
How close is he to actually Vi?
He is
Close enough to lean in and whisper.
like up against, like right to where whispering in his ear is a very easy thing to do, and where Vi can distinctly hear him.
Hamish is going to attack
Okay.
because he was set to guard.
He can certainly try. Hamish goes to attack, and with a frightening speed, Annika, as you're running, you see him lift up Hamish, kind of like he takes a step back, takes another one, sidesteps to where Hamish is running, and kind of scoops him up right underneath the neck, not hurting anything. And and just kind of looking at it as it like flails. It's a nice dog.
Okay, it's time for you to go.
I know it's time for me to go. Between him and you both seem to be very upset over the way I've talked, which is fine because I've had a rough day and I've not taken it very well and taken it out on you all. And I apologize for that in hindsight, and I apologize.
How did you do that?
He's a god. He's a really, really
how many
bitchy
times
god.
do I have to tell
my
you
God.
I'm not a god and those things don't exist?
To be fair,
Okay,
I mean,
when
if we
when you
call
give me
god,
a better
that technically
actual
makes you a
word,
god.
I'll use it. Until then, just
Let's
leave.
just say
Yeah, of
that
course
he's
I call it a
enhanced by
dog.
fate.
What else would you like to call it?
I mean, he called it dog.
I'm not barbaric.
Get some points.
And he kind of looks. Are you gonna tell him to stop thrashing so I can put him back down?
Hamish, sit.
He kind of sets the dog back down. Right. A better name that you could probably call me, if you don't want to call me God, because it's woefully inaccurate, and boy, if I had that kind of power, I don't know what I'd do with it. You can call me a
Maybe you
keeper.
could. You can maybe make sure that your bun doesn't fall out.
Yeah, that's very true. That'd be great. If I could make sure my bun is always perfect, that'd be fucking killer.
Yeah, I bet.
I could sort that out for you.
I don't need that kind of help, though. I like to do it myself.
So you're a keeper.
I mean, like always sort it out.
Hal the Keeper. Quite the title.
Well, if you want to go with full title, it's Hal, Keeper of the Flesh, but...
See, we're just gonna go with my thing, because that's... Yeah, that could be misconstrued.
No, it's exactly what you think it is. And then
Okay.
he kind of just takes a step back. Until next time, have fun out there.
Hal,
Yeah?
I won't leave anyone else like Boulder.
I'll see you when he doesn't have... Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase what that was supposed to be, because my brain decided to die halfway through it. He goes, yeah, well, I'll see you when I believe it.
I think he meant that he'll believe it when he sees
I
it.
meant what I said.
Ooh. How do
I
I
just
get what you
stand
have?
in front of them again until he disappears. And just watch him.
And he kind of walks back across the street, and as a bus drives past him, and as he's crossed and hit the other side of the sidewalk, as the bus finishes passing, and it's a pretty good space, he's gone.
Can
I
he
want
be more
that.
cliche?
Oh, I can be more cliche if you want to be.
How is he still talking? Wow.
If he comes by again,
So-
I'll have to ask him about my crystal.
So,
want
here's what we
powers.
know.
They are
The
cool.
town's on the verge of a cyborg apocalypse,
Mm-hmm.
and the not gods are real pressed about our dating lives. So
Or the
how
fact
about
that
we
we're
go?
wasting time with our dating lives when we should be focusing on shopping.
Are we dating now? Is this how dating works?
Yes, this is exactly what I wanted.
Can you show me those
You
pictures,
all are
please?
Perfect. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
Here you go.
Sorry, I'm just enjoying this. I'm having a...
You're having so much fun being the swarmy.
Yep, I'm having so much
know-it-all.
fun being the swarmy know-it-all. And
Look, Y'all in the chat or listening to this, Fen has this
Shit-eating grin.
poise. And this-
Shit-eating grin.
this absolute poise where he can speak with this very calm, even tone, and it's
And still be a
infuriating.
dick.
You just want to reach through the computer and strangle the character.
it's kind of charming. I don't know.
Hush you.
No, yeah, I hand. What is on these photos that I've
So,
been
By the
looking
way,
the Polaroids are 3 pictures. One is of Kara, lying unconscious. In her hand, what looks to be a teacup. Well, what once was a teacup now smashed on the wood floor of the upstairs room that this is obviously Kara's room, Vi. You know that. And tea is smashed. There's a tea bag still kind of with a couple of leaves falling out from where a shard has been punctured, and it has bounced a couple times. Additionally, the second one is of a barbaric looking 4-line etching that comes out to roughly look like the number 9. And that is etched over and over and over along the walls of Kara's room. Thirdly, the last photo in the Polaroids is a jacket. The familiar jacket by Evan's jacket. It is stained with blood.
Within the Polaroids, do I notice any inaccuracies with my memory of Kara's room?
Outside of the
Other than the obvious.
Other than the parts that are obviously there, go ahead and roll me an investigate check, please.
Okay, hopefully I don't fail.
Oh boy, I sure hope I don't fail.
-2, so that's 5 since I'm upset and scarred. Not scarred, scared in a funny voice. Oh shit! 3 successes.
I was going to say 6. Hello?
6
No.
on 5
No.
My dice had babies while I rolled them.
3 successes.
How did these 8 dice get down here?
With... Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. There we go. You get 4 questions to ask from the following list of what is hidden here and where is it? What does it mean? What has happened here? How can I get into, out of, or past something? What threats can I perceive here and where is it?
What is hidden here and where is it?
What is hidden here? The best kind of thing is you're looking through the photos, and actually it's the one of Kara. From what I know of...
Is Vi having like a misty night kind of like vision in which he's in the room?
Not fully, but kind of. Kara often wore I believe a necklace, if I recall correctly. And that necklace is missing from that picture. And that is what is hidden there. When you're looking at it, that is the missing item that you're looking through. It takes you a couple passes before you realize it, but you do see that there's no necklace. I want to say it's with a silver swan. That is usually what it is. It's almost like a pendant necklace. Mm-hmm. So that is what is hidden there. That is missing.
Okay. What threats can I perceive there?
In those pictures, the threat is obviously Evan. But at the same time, you also notice that Kara has no blood surrounding her. It is only on the stains on Evan's jacket that you see any sort of red scarring.
Can I bump in with like in scene with a question, and then whether Vi responds to it or not is fine.
Sure.
Is Annika points to the weird 9 symbol and is like, when we used to hang out, this wasn't there. Did she? Is this like a thing from your bookstore or something, Vi?
Vi's gonna hear the question and not answer. He's just focusing on the photos. What has happened here?
From what you can tell, what has happened there is that Kara was knocked unconscious, presumably by Evan, which is something you kind of could already surmise based on the phone messages that you received, the voicemails.
Fair.
Additionally, what happened after that, it looks to be whoever did that, or potentially beforehand, you're not quite sure, also wrote the 9s on the walls.
What was that list of questions again?
What is hidden here and where is it? What does it mean? What has happened here? How can I get into, out of, or past something? What threats can I perceive here and where is it?
What does it mean?
What does it mean? The 9s?
Yep.
You flip open your book as you kind of get on a hunch. And it almost happens kind of subconsciously because you swear, as you kind of think on it more as you're flipping through it, you don't really recall there being a section in one of your occult books about this. But as you kind of flip to the page and pause, the 9 is for a symbol. And above that symbol, you read a section titled The Keepers.
Okay. Could I potentially make a comprehend check on that section with the keepers?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
It will be a hard comprehend, though.
On that is 3 dice.
Leaning over by his shoulder, can I assist it?
Yes, you can certainly can. You can assist with 1 die.
Okay, 1 more dice then. Nope.
How much you get?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay, you won't take trouble. I didn't clear that beforehand, but
can I read that?
Here.
And
he just hands the book over.
a lot of it is in a text that seems almost intelligible at the moment. The only kind of thing you can read, both Vi and I would say Wooly as well, since you aided the last check, you also have to share in the consequences, is that it is the symbol for the keeper, whatever they are. And the only kind of other intelligible word you read is keeper of the flesh. It is a sentence amongst a bullet-pointed list, with the rest being almost unintelligible or not even words. It looks almost like scribbles.
Wooly is giving this his full attention and is trying to internalize it. So he's doing his thing where he reads something once, even though he can't understand it, he's memorizing the page so that he can try and comprehend this later when it becomes more relevant, because this is new information, but it's based on logic. There's a logic here, and that just means that he needs to find the root path for that. But he's the sort of person that can absolutely do that with time, and yeah, he wants to get this down.
Annika, how long do we have until the party?
Yeah, how long do we have until the party?
Given that the sun is just past the apex and you get into kind of the early afternoon that you guys are now in, you guys have about roughly 9 hours, 8 hours?
9 hours.
Depends on when you're going to get there.
8 or 9 hours. Hey. What?
I have 2 thoughts.
I'm listening.
Swing by Kara's because there's something that either we potentially not be. I don't know how to say this. Polaroids are one thing, but they can't uncover everything. So,
why did you think that they drew the symbol of the keepers, but didn't take Kara? Because Evan obviously hurt someone pretty bad to get that much blood. Does it look like a significant amount of blood? You know, like
on Evan's jacket? It coats, I would say, the left side of his torso and splatters across the left shoulder and arm.
See that's arterial. So if that's arterial, that means that someone was pretty badly hurt.
Or it was self-inflicted. Because we have no idea that those symbols ward against or summon whatever a keeper is. And if Hal is a keeper of the flesh, they may have just summoned him.
Maybe, but why?
Or them, or however they identify.
Why would they summon them there rather than somewhere that they would try to have the upper hand? I mean, I can understand why they'd want to implant a keeper if they can do all that sort of thing. Clearly, there's something going on there with his biomechanical structure. But in that situation, why do it in someone's bedroom rather than in, let's say, a laboratory or somewhere that they could trap properly? It just doesn't make sense. If you're going to try and claim someone, then why not do it on your terms?
Why do they want Kara?
Because she's tied to me, one of us.
But why?
No, but they're after her. They're trying to get her. She knew nothing. You told her nothing.
Yeah. You didn't actually tell her anything of significance.
When we thought it was just Evan being irrational because of the chip, that's one thing. But now she's on the run. That means she knows something.
And also...
And maybe this is...
They didn't implant her and they had the opportunity.
Well, you said something about people being on autopilot, right? The chip doesn't override their actions.
Unless they have a command, yeah.
Unless they have a command.
I don't think Evan is the sort
Another
of person who would...
thought.
Oh?
What if this whole keeper thing has nothing to do with what we're doing now?
Okay.
What if it's just...
Scrolled all the nines in.
Maybe... And I usually pick up on this with people. Maybe Evan's into something that we haven't faced yet, but that's just a theory. Give me a second, and Vi's just gonna check his phone real quick.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Messages, voicemails, anything new?
No new voicemails. 2 missed calls from Kara, which is kind of right around the time that you and Wooly were having a conversation.
And then she called me.
Okay.
And from there, nothing else.
Okay, Vi. Hey.
What?
Look, and she reaches out like she's gonna try and put a hand on Vi's shoulder, and then she pulls her hand back. And just kind of awkwardly sets it down. It says, I don't know what happened in Boulder, but I know you're making things right here. Okay? It's going to be all right. I'd like to try and use lead to cure one of his conditions.
Oh, I want you to fail so bad.
I know you do.
You certainly can, though.
All right. So that is heart, and I have 1 in lead.
I'm gonna gently take my book back from Wooly as...
Got it.
1? Awesome. Which one are you going to cure?
Whichever one Vi thinks makes most sense, but I'm...
And I'm back. There we go. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I missed all of that.
No worries.
Am I recording still? Yep, we're still recording, but
Cool.
I didn't hear anything from basically the start of whatever was just said by Ronnie's character. Literally, I got nothing.
Basically, I said I don't know what happened in Boulder, but I know you're making things right here, and it's going to be okay. I made my lead check, so Vi can either take away his upset or scared, whichever one he thinks makes most sense. I think upset makes more sense.
I think scared makes more sense.
Scared makes more sense. Okay.
He believes in you.
Scared.
Also, Vi, do you mind flickering your camera for me real quick? Otherwise, now it'll post back into position.
Okay. Flick the camera off real quick.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Oh.
There we go. No, Ben, you're good. Don't worry about anything.
No, I'm not doing anything.
What's going on?
All right.
Ben?
Did someone just call my accent fake? No.
Oh my gosh! I will punch people in the chat.
We'll
Y'all.
fight. We will fight.
He is literally staying up way past any normal bedtime to come at you live
The chat's
from across
context,
the pond.
I'm from 30 minutes outside Edinburgh, near Preston Pans. I am Scottish. I'm anglicised is the word we use, not fake. That the unpleasant term that people use is plastic, Scott, if you're going to do that. And the reason
second episode is tearing all of us apart.
And the reason that I use a very different accent is because Willie is from Glasgow, which is an accent that is far harsher than I can do.
All right.
Okay.
So there you go.
Anyhow.
I didn't step on nerves. I did not step on nerves.
Question.
Answer, depending.
I'm going to look through my contacts real quick. Because Vi's kind of got his mindset on like probability and like fate and destiny. Are there any numbers in my contacts that I don't recognize?
Any numbers in your contacts that you don't recognize? Are you looking for like just like a set of numbers that doesn't seem like wrong, or
like a new contact that's been placed there? Just a hunch, you know. I mean, I'm not expecting you up text from this person, but
I don't know, the way you talked about him when you first met him made me.
I don't know. Wait. Well,
Hope springs eternal.
Hope springs.
If we took the numbers that Vi's been receiving on his crystal, which he's been telling us of, and plugged them in as a phone number with the area code, would that fit American numbers?
Depending on which one it is. There are some that would fit if there wasn't an area code. Others would just be like one number too short with an area code. It just kind of depends on the set of numbers.
It's 7 for a phone number without area code, 10 with.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So some would.
The Brit in me didn't know that.
That's okay. You guys go by sets of doubles, so.
Yeah.
Which honestly makes more sense. Sorry.
All right. So anyway.
Not that smooth read of American phone codes.
Boy. Audio gold here as we talk about phone numbers.
Phone numbers and dialects. Welcome to episode 2 of Quiet, everyone. We appreciate you being here.
Totally. But do I see anything out of the ordinary?
Let's see. Yeah, you in the H's. I don't know how many H friends or people you know.
Probably 0.
Probably 0. Then that has just been upped to 1 with a lovely name, Hal.
Please tell me that his number contains 9,000.
Same brain.
Yeah.
I mean, Vi knows what number it is, so.
The moment Fen started saying Hal, I was there like, so someone's a fan of 2001.
I've never seen it.
Really? Neither have I.
I've heard good things. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
Vi keeps that information to himself.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Monica goes, okay, so you want to go to Kara's? Wooly needs to put together this magnet thing.
If I went to my workshop at Aunt Alice's, I could build it faster and have more tools.
Okay.
And Alice might let me use the acetylene torch again, as long as I don't try to do anything too fancy with it, and as long as we keep the cats out of the barn.
Look, I know that this is going to be a terrible idea, and I'm hoping that both of you stop me. But
we're not splitting up.
I'm just saying that it might be easier if Kara's dad's there to explain one person than 3.
We're not splitting up. That is crazy. That is how
cover
people
more ground.
die.
We have phones,
and that is definitely how people die.
Look,
like if they isolate you and you're all alone, you can call us.
Maybe I won't be alone.
No. That's not a good idea. I don't like it. Nope. Bad idea.
How about this? Look, we don't have to go like in the house with you. we know that it's a dead crime scene at this point. But we'll at least go with you there.
Okay.
We'll take the bus. We'll walk nearby. Wooly and I'll just stay close enough that if something happens, we're there.
Can we get a coffee?
What was that? Sorry.
Can we get a coffee?
Yeah. There's. Does Kara live in Manor Top?
Where does Kara live? I believe, based on what I know of Kara, I would say she probably lives kind of where Manor Top and Scarlet Row meet.
Okay.
Along that fault line almost.
Can we-
Tale of two districts.
Can we say there's a cute little indie coffee shop
Oh, sure,
near
yeah.
her house?
Yeah, nice little upscale coffee shop because it's like in that transition area that's kind of a little weird. Nobody really knows what's expensive and what's not, and they're kind of intermingled between the two.
Bar stocks.
Yeah, we can get a coffee, Lily. I think we're at the bus stop now, waiting for the next bus.
Certainly.
Narns and Boble.
Narns and Boble. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah.
I'm losing it, guys, okay? My mind is going from detective mode to spiritualist mode to lone wolf to I don't know anymore, guys. It's the second episode and I'm broken. By Seether and Amy Lee.
The key phrase for today's stream is legally distinct.
Damn it, Ronnie. I almost choked on Neve's tears.
All right, so off we go.
You guys get onto the bus, and it is an uneventful bus ride for the most part, unless you guys have something you want to do there.
On the bus.
With
Vi's
that,
tempted to just sit in a separate seat.
Annika will pointedly sit like away from both of them if need be.
Wooly sat like in between his two friends,
All right.
looking at them. Who aren't
Annika-
apparently sitting on different seats.
No, if Wooly sits down next to Vi and there's room for three people, Annika will sit on the other side, but she's not going to sit next to Vi.
okay, then I would say these ones are 3 seats to a side. It's a little bit of a bigger
Did you
one.
two talk?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you two sort it out?
We'll need
Enough.
a therapist.
Am I gonna have to hold my breath again?
No.
Good.
I'm not sitting next to him because I don't want to make him uncomfortable again, Wooly. That's all.
Does it make you uncomfortable, Vi? Should I move?
No.
It's
Okay.
You're fine.
it's never you, Wooly. It's just me.
No, it is definitely occasionally me.
When Annika says it's never you, Vi just kind of goes, okay, and just looks at like the other side.
What kind of coffee do you drink?
Black. With lots of sugar.
Why does that track?
I'm not allowed it in the house, so I have to be careful. But I figured that since we're on an adventure, I could break the rules this once.
And we're gonna be saving the world, potentially.
Yeah, but Aunt Alice doesn't like what caffeine does to me.
What does caffeine
What
do
does
to you?
caffeine do to you? Do we say it at the same time? I feel like we say it at the same time.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Wooly just smiles.
Annika gives Vi a look like we may have a situation later. All right. So we make it over to
You were able to make it over
Nons and
to
Fobles.
the bus stop that is equidistant between a Nons and Fobles and
Okay, we gotta make a better name for that cafe.
One second.
The cafe is called the Beansness.
The Beans Nest.
the Beansness.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes.
All right.
Beans?
That's great.
Oh, damn it.
The Beansness.
Bean's nest.
Son of a bitch.
It is.
Why did it take me that long to get it?
We need a face palm meter that just goes ding every time.
Yes. And you guys
Every time Caleb's brain is overtaxed.
share a look between each other before heading off your separate ways. Vi, you approach Kara's house, and what do you do?
I am gonna walk to the front door. Kind of give it a knock.
Okay. A brief moment passes before Kara's dad opens it and goes, Vi.
Hi, Mr. Wilson.
Hey, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I just when you told me that Kara was in the hospital, I can't believe this slipped my mind, but I think I left one of my books in her room. Do you mind if I...
Roll me a charm, please.
Why am I doing this?
Yeah, why did you do this?
Well, let it be known that Vi has a lot of ideas. And charming sometimes may not just may not work out, and that's okay. Oh shit. 2 successes.
2 successes, awesome. With your bonus success, you can do one of these things as soon as I jump to the section. Cool. I was reading up on some backstory of the world around Nevada in the mid-2000s. With a charm, you have the bonus effects of he will keep believing you. You have formed a lasting relationship. He will take risks to help you. He will try to persuade others into believing you. He's frightened, confused, or impressed, or he's infatuated with you.
Maybe not the last one.
Yeah, I don't know who you want for the last one, and that's not Kara's dad.
We're not so sure just yet, sir.
Put your ship tags for Vi and the Keeper in the chat.
Beeper. Val. Sorry.
Oh, God.
I've given way too much power. I apologize. No, but I'm not really sorry. He will keep believing me.
Okay.
And I want to say like a lasting relationship, because even though like
with 2, you just get the 1 bonus effect.
Okay.
So
he'll keep believing me.
Okay, perfect. That's all I need. Cool. And then he goes, "Oh yeah, all right. You can go right on in. It might be a little of a mess because we found her kind of unconscious."
That's okay. I think I remember where I left it.
Okay, good. Well, by all means, and he kind of opens the door and kind of waves a hand, gestures a hand to like let you.
As I pass, I'm gonna look. Can I make an investigate roll, please?
You certainly can try.
Shit. Okay.
Are you being stealthy about it as well?
Yeah.
I need you to also make me a sneak. You can do whichever in the order you choose.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt the sneak first.
Okay.
This is gonna go so bad.
It's fine.
Fine. We're just sitting there, sipping our drinks, going, nothing about this plan could go wrong.
1 success for the sneak.
1 success for the sneak. Okay. You are.
And for the investigate, I'm actually not bad at investigate. -1 because of upset. 3 successes.
Awesome. You get to ask 4 questions.
The look has shifted.
So.
See, maybe when Vi does things on his own and does his whole seeker business, maybe that's when he shines.
Maybe.
All right. Where is it? Meaning the port.
Meaning the port?
Yeah.
It is not there.
Okay. What is hidden here, and where can I find it?
What is hidden here and where can you find it? There are a couple things of note here that are hidden, and where you can find them might be of importance. There is something in the basement that might be of use to you and your search for certain individuals. Another thing that might be of use to you is a interesting thing. And that's up in Kara's room. And those are the two things.
I'm gonna go to Kara's room first because I think convincing this gentleman to let me in his basement would just be creepy for right now, but maybe I can swing it.
Infatuated.
I mean, he will keep believing you.
Fair enough.
So I don't think you need a roll to convince him further that you need to check other places.
Yeah.
But that is me giving you that.
Gotcha. How can I get... What threats do I perceive here?
What threats do you perceive here?
Yeah.
You don't see the port behind the right ear. But as you kind of walk past him a little further, and as you're doing this search, you do see small indented circles along the back of his neck. They almost look like you would want to say maybe tattooed, but they're not really tattooed. They're just indented circles.
Are they pressure? Like leaving...
It would maybe look like it was pressure, but there's no red and there's no like marks or anything.
Okay.
The threat you can perceive here is
disquieting
potentially Kara's dad.
Well, okay then. Lovely. Why did I ask for supplies? I'm warding stuff when I needed like blinding powder or something, or a sleep powder, because I'm adamant on adding magic to this. And okay, that's.
I mean, there's a fate being from another freaking dimension. I feel like magic's not that far off.
That was 3. You have one more, yes.
Okay. What does it mean?
What does it mean?
In this town of Harlem.
Piling the information you have just been given. What does it mean? There may be more to why there is blood on Evan's jacket than what was in the Polaroids.
I have a theory, but okay. Okay. Vi is just gonna saunter up to Kara's room.
Watching Ben have a moment in real time. It's beautiful.
For those of you in the podcast, Ben currently has his hands over his mouth as he is currently sitting there wide-eyed.
As he had a giddy gasp.
Currently channeling my inner Wooly. You know, like this is, you know, for what Annika is currently experiencing. Wooly has gone from like slightly twitchy to full on like vibrating in time with the universe. Like he can see all the connecting threads.
He can see sound now.
He can taste the color purple.
Annika does not get coffee.
Okay.
Annika gets a hot chocolate.
Cool.
It's like, so you think Vi's dad? But
I mean, I imagine we'll have a scene at some point when there's a lull, but
yeah,
right now it's more important.
Vi steps into Kara's room, making sure that Kara's dad isn't watching too closely. But
as far as you can tell, he kind of seems disinterested.
Okay.
Not like, I mean that as I don't mean that in like he's not being exceptionally like
vigilant.
He's not following you or doing anything weird. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really he's like awkwardly disinterested. He's like, you know, he cares about you and what you're doing, but he's also like he trusts you because you're Kara's friend. You guys hang out, you're best friends. You know. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So where's that hidden thing?
That hidden thing. Evan's jacket is still there. The blood is still on it, as far as you can tell. It's now dried and becoming dark, almost black red. In some places, in other places, it kind of pales out, still maintaining some of that dark quality to it.
Vi's not squeamish when he sees blood.
Understandably. And as you kind
I
of...
love how that made Ben's eyebrow raise even more.
All right.
No, that tracks. That tracks.
I'm gonna check. See, Caleb would put on gloves. I don't know if I would.
You can only comprehend track.
Was that
I'm gonna.
the police didn't take that?
Yeah.
Means there's been no police.
I'm gonna make
Because
a
the police would take
comprehend
that.
I'm also pretty sure Kara's
One success.
at
One
the
success?
hospital from the dad.
Yeah.
You would think maybe it'd be good to put gloves on. You keep prepared some, just in case you deal with volatile stuff in your magics.
Yeah, that, and I feel like Annalise is just like, I swear if you grab those briars one more time, what have I told you, Vi? You like, I think Annalise would just just every morning just gloves.
Yeah, just throw a pair of gloves in. Whether or not you need them, and there's like a stash of like five pairs.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. He puts on the gloves.
Okay.
Okay, and then he searches the pockets of the jacket.
And inside the pockets of the jacket, you find the swan, the necklace.
Okay.
Have you ever looked at that necklace up close, Vi?
No,
No? Okay.
I'm gonna look at it now.
And you see on the back of it, there is a string of numbers.
Damn it. Let me just. So, what are those numbers, Dad?
Oh, hey, thank you for the follow. Let's see if I can pull them up. We have talked a lot in this chat since then. And you, Jesus. I don't remember them off the top.
82, 55, 7?
You're missing one, but close. There's a more. Wow, why can't I find it?
I'm searching too, don't worry about it.
Things, shouldn't we?
We should.
We should maybe just make more chats for it and then put the important things in a different chat.
Quiet numbers chat.
Yeah, we do have a bunch of
Quiet
space.
character developments chat.
Actually, having a chat in the Discord where we put pertinent information that we think is important would also help our listeners.
Yeah.
So that they can,
Follow
maybe
along
not
and see if you
talking
can
there.
solve the mystery before we do. You probably can.
you probably can.
Yeah.
Because we're living it.
82, 22, 55, 8. It is a string of
82,
numbers
22,
that sound familiar, but are also not quite the same.
One of these things is not like the others.
From the numbers that I've heard, what changed?
You've heard both strings in two different numbers. The first two are in one set of numbers, and the second two were in another set.
As I look at those numbers, I kind of put the necklace away and pull out the map. If I track the coordinates.
Roll me a comprehend check, please.
Oh boy. By solo adventure. 2 successes.
Ooh, you get some sweet, juicy information. The information you get from that is it corresponds with the Corinth Nagatomi Park. And
God, that was one of the names, Nagatomi.
the Corinth Nagatomi Park, and that, from what you can gather, some of these other numbers are both in the city and outside of the city. Additionally, what you can also comprehend is that is a set of 7 numbers. If you split them up differently, almost looks familiar to some numbers that exist in those patterns. such as phone numbers.
I'm going to quickly. I'm sure Vi carries around a notebook.
Yeah.
Write down the variations as my mind is. Just quickly write all of them down.
Yeah.
And then put them all back into the messenger bag, as well as the necklace. And with the variations of the phone numbers, do any of them resemble the contact that I have now?
No, none of them do resemble Hal's information.
Speaking of,
There are how many numbers?
In this one, there are 7.
There are 7 unique numbers. Yeah.
Yes, there are 7 individual numbers.
Okay, so it's
Split up
7
in-
to the power of. Yeah.
oh goodness, Ben's mathing.
Ben is mathing.
And I want you to know that if this adventure requires us to math,
Ben
my
will do
character
it.
will die.
It will not require you to math. You're okay.
Ooh, okay. Vi's gonna look at that contact real quick.
You're gonna look at the contact for Hal.
Yep.
Hal's contact is the number set. It is going to be 84, 23. Gosh, what's this? 592. That is that number re-split up back into the decimal system the rest of the numbers are in. But it's basically 843 or 842-3592 is the way it looks like in your phone.
Gotcha. I'm gonna call it.
Hal's number?
Yep.
Cool. You call it. It rings twice. You know, for somebody who seems to despise me, it takes you not a lot of time to call for help already.
I never said that I despised you. Annika's the one who despises you.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I don't have your numbers quite saved yet. I assumed it was Annika.
I doubt that they know that they have your contact information.
Probably not. It'll take too long.
Well, it's interesting, these symbols on Kara's wall, seeing them up close.
Oh, you did make it over there. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Chums are getting coffee, so.
the chumps. Wow. Wow. Boy, when you said you weren't going to leave them like Boulder, man, were you lying.
See, that's the thing.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to Boulder, I cut off everything.
Yeah.
Haven't with these two.
Yet you call them chums.
Another word for friends, it's a synonym.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different word then. My English is a little old.
I would question how old, but frankly, I don't think that's relevant right now.
Only back to the 20s. It's not that bad. Nice thinking about being in the flesh. You get to reincarnate a lot.
So what, you're gonna have a fun old time on Giggle Water?
Yeah, something like that. I try to keep up, but it's not the best.
So, haven't connected the 2 dots yet, but this is a symbol for you, isn't it?
The 9s, yeah. I was wondering how long it'd take for you guys to get that, but I'm glad you guys caught it. It is a symbol for the collective. It's not a term, it's just the actual, like, all the keepers.
Gotcha. Interesting that you took the form of someone with... Nope, not gonna go there.
Oh, someone with purple hair? Or in the body style that I do? It's not a thing that I chose. It's not a thing I choose regularly. It's the way I was shaped and born. The hair is dyed on my own request because I felt like it. That is something I did on my own. But the body shape is not really something I have control over.
Fair
I still
enough.
follow genetics like the rest of you, as much as it's fun or not.
So, now that I know that I have your contact information, now that we can kind of talk without, robot dogs or angry rich kids.
Oh, don't be too long, or else she'll get upset and find you anyway.
Fair enough. Just one more thing to check, though. I thought you might want to know.
Know what?
That I have my theories about what all of this is, what you play a part of, what we play a part of.
We all have our roles.
Frankly, I do have one question.
I can probably give you an answer. Might be cryptic, but
It'd be better than nothing.
well, then you have to ask.
What's with my crystal?
Oh, the crystal. Oh, yeah.
It's an heirloom.
Yeah.
Never really knew my Nana for long, but she did put weight in fate, destiny, and the forces of Earth herself.
Oh.
So,
Do you know her name?
Lydia.
Oh, she was the last events, wasn't she? Yeah, that might be why.
So, events is a title.
As are all. Flesh, events, there's a bunch more. You'll learn them in time. You'll have to meet one of them eventually if you're going to stop this.
So, one can assume that events are like those at Delphi. Oracles. If
yes
that's-
and no.
I see.
It's more like I guess a machine is probably the best way to do it, that has a record of the history, a prediction of the future based on the record of the history, and events as they happen. That's why she has the highest turnover rate for reincarnation.
All that can really get to your head, huh?
Yeah, when you're supposed to keep track of it all. Or else, Earth unbinds and goes haywire again.
Or your brain can't handle the stress.
They're not mutually exclusive.
Indeed. So, you thought Annika was the first one to would be the first one to find your contact information?
I think it should be the first one to actually use it, not the first one to find it.
Fair enough. Well, any parting wisdom before they come to find me?
A piece that I would love to give you.
Phrasing.
It's almost like it's my job.
I am deceased.
He kind of looks, you don't see this, but you can just sigh. Wisdom for you. Why should you trust anything I say? And then he hangs up.
Why shouldn't I? And he closes his phone, puts it back in his pocket, and goes downstairs.
Cool.
Hey, Mr. Wilson?
Yeah?
The book wasn't in Kara's room. Gosh, I know it's been a while, but do you mind if I kind of look around? I'm so sorry to kind of put this on you.
It's no problem. It's not like I'm doing a whole lot.
Okay.
So, it's an off day for me. You gotta be back at the fire station probably tomorrow or Monday. Unless they call me in tomorrow, but you know how they do the turnovers.
I could ask Annalise to send you over some baked goods. She loves baking.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, if it's not too much trouble for her, I don't want to put her out. But if she wants to, that's up to her. But you're free to do whatever, man.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Olson.
No problem.
And as soon as like Mr. Wilson kind of turns to do whatever he's doing, potentially drinking, I don't know his life as a firefighter, I'm going to go to the basement.
And you go to the basement.
To find that other hidden thing.
Find Evan's dead body.
Wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, he's acting awfully cavalier for a guy whose daughter is theoretically in the hospital after having been maimed by her boyfriend.
I suspect that we will find that Mr. Wilson is part of the other thing that's going on.
Oh yeah, he's hecka shady.
And someone is using technology what someone else is using flesh to do.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. If we do find Evan's body, alas, poor dickhead, we knew you well.
Can you roll me investigate, please?
Sure.
Bye.
That's mind, so that's 6 dice. Okay. 1 success.
1 success. You get to ask 2 questions.
Where is it?
Where is it? I'm gonna have you answer that one second. What's your first one?
What has happened here?
What has happened here? It's almost... What has happened here goes really well with what is happening here.
Oh.
And... As you close the door as you go into the basement, right?
Yeah!
You take a couple steps down... And I'm
going to use my cell phone's light if there's no other light.
There's a light switch, and you flick it on, and you look down, and you realize there wasn't on any of the floors anywhere else you've been in this room. There looks to be dried stains of something. You can't quite make out. The light's a little dim. It's like a incandescent one that's kind of faded a little bit, old. Not
Thank you, Mr. Wilson, for not replacing your light bulbs and making this look like a murder place. Okay.
And as you step 2 more steps down, you get a nice overview of the basement, which you've been in a couple times for house parties and things. It's spacious. It's half furnished. Like there's no real like carpeting or anything, but there's a couple couches down there and some other stuff that's really useful. And lying on the couch that's in front of an old TV, with a trail of dried something following up to that, you see Evan. And as you see Evan, which is your where is it, what is happening here is a soft click of a lock. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Well,
so Caleb's going to be the first to die, and we have stumbled into the awkward situation where the black guy is the first one to die.
You say that like it's happened, but yet we still have another half of a story left to unfold. Thank you all for running this.
Use hashtag and they say bye in the chat.
Hashtag say bye in the chat. On Twitter, everywhere, as we dive into...
Hashtag cliche death if you want to die.
If Vi dies.
When?
Thank you all for watching. We appreciate it. We're going to play a quick mid-roll ad, if I can do it right. And we will see you all in a little bit. Feel free to go human, all of you lovely people. So, we will BRB.
10 minutes.
10-minute break for all of us.
Okay.
Kingdoms forged of glory and power have fallen in the wake of war. Humble villages, once beacons of hope, have been torn asunder by horrors thought to be things of legend. Your people need a hero to restore order to this chaos. Will you answer the call? Kingdoms forged of glory and power have fallen in the wake of war. Humble villages, once beacons of hope, have been torn asunder by horrors thought to be things of legend. Your people need a hero to restore order to this chaos. Will you answer the call? The Rune Lords board game is a hybrid gaming experience for 1 to 4 players. In the Sovereignty stage, players draw from a deck of recruits that will provide the influence needed to build an army. Spend this influence to purchase new, more powerful recruits from an ever-changing market, each with their own unique abilities and weapon loadouts. Purchase much-needed equipment to bolster your army, acquire useful discounts, and navigate dangerous encounters along the way, while putting your most loyal vassals to the kiss of the forcible. But war always comes. The recruits purchased in the Sovereignty stage are sent into battle alongside their Rune Lord. Load out your forces with equipment from your armory to give them the edge in battle. Support recruits are drawn and played from a hand, adding additional abilities to the reinforcement recruits that have a physical presence on the battlefield. With multiple game modes including Conquest, Tournament Draft, and solo legacy play, the Rune Lords board game is always a new experience. Your people need a hero. Will you answer the call?
And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Over the break, you saw a quick thing, actual video this time. I got it set up right. From our sponsors, it did restart at one point, but anyhow, from our sponsors, the Rune Lords board game. Thank you very much, Ben, for the sponsor. I do appreciate it, as do all of us here.
And we appreciate you.
Well, thank you. That being said, what else do we have to dive into this evening? We have another half. As last we left off, Vi, you just heard the soft click of a lock. And we will transition from there to a much, I almost imagine in like the mid-roll break and then coming back to an entirely just different scene. With hey, let's follow up on that. No. So Wooly, Annika, you two are at a cafe.
We're at the Beans Nest. I have ordered a hot chocolate. I have ordered Wooly whatever his heart desires, knowing that I will regret it.
Coffee. With a triple espresso shot. Yeah.
Jeez.
That's horrifying. And I am sitting with him and glancing out the window every couple seconds and saying, you know what's weird?
All of this?
Well, yeah. But Kara's dad.
Yeah, definitely weird. Like,
do you know him?
Nope. But I wouldn't be at home if my daughter was in the hospital, or meant to be in the hospital. I mean, she's on the run.
Yeah. And don't you think he'd know?
From from the keepers. Actually, we should probably have code words.
I don't know. But the point is, wouldn't he know that she's not in the hospital?
I mean, only if you visited today, but I would have thought so. I mean, I would have been at the hostel waiting because, daughter,
Yeah.
head injury, all that jazz.
Do you think Vi's okay?
Probably not.
What do we do? How the heck do we get in?
I mean, we
To
could
the audio
just,
podcast listeners, Ben just shrugged.
we could just, I don't know, like, see if the basements are connected or see if the attics are connected. I don't know if that's a thing that happens here. Occasionally, back in Glasgow, we just get buildings that randomly have, like, doors into other buildings that aren't actually, like their buildings. But it's a thing from when there used to be a lot of mills and stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah,
if that
no,
happens
most homes here in America are just alone.
here. Then in which case, we could just go knock on the door and say that we're here for Vi, that was his ride.
Yeah, I guess that'll work. Wooly, what did you mean when you said we were dating?
No, I said, are we dating? Question.
Like you and me, or
Well,
Or you
I mean,
and
you kissed me,
Vi, or-
and then there was a whole thing, and then Hal was like, "And your romantic lives," and I don't know what the social performer is if someone kisses you, so I was confused. Mostly.
you don't have to date any of us if you don't want to. Anyway,
You know you don't either, right? No one's expecting that of you.
no one's expecting me to date either of you.
Well, no one's ever going to expect that.
She laughs.
Like that would genuinely blow this tiny town's little mind. But that wasn't exactly what I mean. What I mean is it's okay to be alone. Not in a relationship. Like being alone is sad, but you won't be alone because you'll have me and you'll have Vi. But no one's expecting you to date anyone.
It's not like that. It's not that I don't want to date anyone. It's just what I want out of that is different.
I get that.
But anyway,
But you don't have to be anything that you don't want to be. Especially not around me.
she
But
smiles and she says, "That's the one thing that I know is true in all of this. But I also know that as much as they don't understand, I do have people who are there. You know, I've got my cousin. I've got, yeah, they do. They really do.
And what happened? Whatever went on at college, I don't think you have to worry about that as much as you're worrying yourself about it, because you are a very smart young woman, regardless of what you think of yourself. I think that the issue is that you've never really had to use your intelligence because you've got by on everything else. But this is showing me that all of us are smart, really. And I think that you will be great in whatever you want to do. And I think it'll be just a case of showing the university that you're willing to do the work. And then if you want to go back, you can go back. But if you don't, that's fine too.
There's a lot there. Wow. But
Yeah, coffee makes me introspective.
the point I was gonna make is I do have people.
Mm-hmm.
Vi doesn't. And he cares about you a lot.
Okay.
And
I'm still there for Vi.
what?
I'm still there for Vi. But
Yeah.
I don't know what I am, but I do know that I don't think of Vi in a romantic way, because I don't really think I think of anyone in a romantic way too often.
That's fair.
And the sexual way, to be totally fair. And he just blushes, like full facial blush.
Oh. Yeah. We have more in common than I thought.
I don't know if I'm opposed to the idea. I just don't. No one. I mean, for all that to go off, you have to have someone that has that sort of feeling or interest in you. And as far as I'm aware, no one has. So, that's fine. That's fine. It's why the kiss really confused me, because I don't really know. Never mind. And he just takes a big sip of his coffee.
If you
I didn't mind the kiss.
Yeah. Me either.
So I was okay at it.
Yeah. You're good at it, Willie. She goes. Now it's her turn to go, Red.
I found dead in a ditch.
This is all while you were exploring the stinking bedroom. Hold your horses.
I know.
We've got 15 whole minutes.
Remember, hashtag save by.
But I think she says, I don't know. I just.
Look, whatever you want, I'll help you. Because you're my friend. And Vi will help you too, even if he's being an idiot right now.
I've got a lot going on. And
Yeah, he does. And he has a lot of stuff to unpack, I'm sure. But right now we're in the middle of a apocalypse situation.
Yeah.
And he's worrying about whether or not I want to kiss you more or him more. And really the answer is I don't know if I want to kiss anyone more than the other. But what I do know is that I'm me, and that's it. And I haven't really ever had to consider what that means. So I have a lot of things to unpack. But right now, I really am just trying to focus on the numbers, and then also the information, and then also building an electromagnet, and also the fact that what if Aunt Alice is, and all the other things.
Hey, you don't, she's gonna be okay. All right.
Oh, I know. Like, if they got to Aunt Alice, then God help them, because I think she'll have done more damage than good, because she's sort of that sort of woman. But
I think Annika straight up chokes on her hot chocolate. She sounds great.
Cheers. But I'm not worried about Aunt Alice, because I know that Aunt Alice is okay. And you shouldn't worry about what comes next, because I know you'll be okay. And
hey, would you look at something?
Mm-hmm.
I take the locket that Vi gave me. You've been at school long enough. Do you remember Jacob Summerland?
I think he stuffed me into a locker once, so yes.
Yeah, that sounds like him. She pops open the locket and slides it over. Does he look right to you? There.
Comprehend?
Yes, that'll be a comprehend. Also, I would like to take a quick moment and say thank you to Retro Cauliflower for the tip. Jesus, you needed that, but I appreciate it.
You got a tip?
Yeah,
Got
I
a
did.
tip!
Yeah, for like $30. We're professionals, guys. Yeah, they were like, yeah, they didn't leave a message, so I'm like, oh, well, I'll have to get with them. So,
Holy fuck!
I thought we were just making hearts because we were silent and not in the scene.
I was hearts because I didn't want to interrupt the scene to say thank you. But I will do it when there's a time. So thank you.
I don't have the Twitch chat open. I tried with my phone and it did not work out.
That being said, two successes on the comprehend. He looks extremely haunted. He doesn't look right. His eyes are much deeper than you've ever remembered them, and they're pretty in line with the rest of his face usually, but they are like deep sunken in, almost like
sallow.
Yeah. And his
How pasty is his skin?
almost white. It is a unnatural amount of black.
Is his hair dank or lifeless or
It's the right color and it seems alive. It's mostly in his face that it seems off.
You said his skin was pasty?
More like unnatural.
So like an Elmer's or?
Like almost Elmer's. Not quite, but getting there.
Well, I mean, it sort of looks like he might be a bit sick.
I'm not
or
sorry.
Like he's had some nasty flu or something like that, I guess. But, I mean, he doesn't look well. And he looks sad.
He didn't look like this when I put the picture in.
Okay. So either there's something magical going on with the locket and the locket is representing his current state, or this locket is not from a timeline. That could be an option. Maybe this is what Jake looks like in an alternate timeline. Or maybe someone
Look at the
replaced
picture of me. Do I look different?
Roll me comprehend.
I am not good at that.
On my two successes, would I be able to see any differences
Yes.
between like Annika and
Yes, you will, but we'll cross that bridge once Annika rolls, because Annika should also
3 5s.
3 5s. You seem to be you, but as you're looking, Ben, Wooly, she looks. The version of her, it isn't so much as it's different as it's not the version that you would expect to be put in a photo. She looks similar from the aspect of what her facial features are and all that stuff, but it's not a photo you would consider when you're trying to put one of endearment into a locket for somebody you love. It is one that is of her. And there, as you look at kind of the details now, it is a locket, but there are tears streaming down both of her cheeks. Her face is just in a tight-lipped pattern. It's not happy. It is awkward.
it looks as if though that the images have been replaced with ones where you're not exactly at your best or at your most enjoyed situation or I mean, you know, look at you, you're crying.
And you kind of see it now as Wooly shows it to you.
I think that this
Remember this
is a
photo.
reflection on what was going on maybe inside you. That, you know, whilst Jake looks perfect on the outside, maybe there's more underneath, and that maybe he's not doing as well with the whole breakup as we thought. Did you guys actually break up?
Yeah. Yeah. He
Yeah. We did.
He what?
You don't want to hear.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
I saw that too.
Continue your scene. We'll get to him again.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want to hear the sob story.
Yes, I do. I don't ask things that I don't want the answers to. If you want, I can give it less of my processing power, so that it's not going to get stuck in my brain or anything. But like, I can just, put more.
It was in October.
Mm-hmm.
He took me out. Gorgeous dinner, like always. He told me he had something to show me. And he took me past my dorm to the upperclassmen apartments. Said he knew somebody. Said we could move in next semester if we wanted. Said I didn't have to make any more excuses for my parents, that we were adults now, that it'd be fine. You know how many girls from high school would just eat me alive if they knew I went with the hottest guy in school and did nothing?
No, how many?
A lot, Wooly. And
okay,
it was never the right time. My parents would be worried. No.
Then that's the reason.
Yeah, it is, but I didn't know that then.
Oh. Okay.
And I was just figuring it out when he showed me that apartment.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, Willie, you can give me a hug.
Just give it this big hug.
Yeah, she hugs
Well,
me back.
apparently is surprisingly strong, especially on caffeine.
It is a very strong hug.
You wouldn't like him when he's caffeinated.
Two more things again, because we got another tip. So from Shane for $10. So thank you. His comment is, "Let's keep the journey rolling. You guys are great, and I would love to give you more when I can." Heart # say vi. So
Purple heart. Thank you so much.
yes,
We're gonna get there.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the tip. Second off, investigate from both of you, please, as you guys are hugging.
Cool, guys.
As you guys are rolling, I did leave a little comment in the chat saying, "Howdy, it's Caleb with 2 things. # say bye and # no thank you, Devil Locket."
Yeah, I'm not about this locket, y'all. Yeah, no, that's gonna be this many for Annika. She's distraught.
I'm distracted.
Yeah.
Come on, Dan.
Willie gives good hugs.
Two successes.
You get to ask 3 questions. Do you need to listen again?
What is the threat?
What is the threat? Perceiving the threat here. The threat here is that Vi is missing for far too long at this point. He should have come back at least maybe 5-10 minutes ago. Shouldn't be that long
How
to take
can I
in
get
best.
past something specifically? How can I get into Kara's house?
Based on what you know of the house and what you saw from where you got off the bus stop, there are multiple entry methods that are varying levels of legal and easy to get to. There's a door, obviously. There is a couple windows on the first floor, a window on the second floor on the front, and in the back corner, you're pretty sure you saw what looked to be a kind of like a trap door that kind of led into the basement from the outside, but you're not quite sure.
Okay. And then for the final one, what is the threat here and where can I perceive it?
But what is the threat? I think you asked that one in the first one.
What threats can I perceive here? Did I say that was the first one?
I think.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
So what is hidden here and where is it?
Yeah.
What is hidden
That's
here?
what I meant,
We remember questions, guys. No worries.
I have them up. The awful thing is that whilst I was internalizing those answers to the questions, I actually lost the question to aphasia.
That's fine. What is hidden here? What is hidden here is that underneath a rock in the backyard, there should be a key that will get you further in.
Oh, it's one of the very fake-looking key lock things, key safes.
Yeah, something like that. So
Yeah.
There were I remember seeing infomercials for those things around this time.
Yep.
Vi's been gone too long.
Yeah, you're right.
He's not stopped hugging you. He's just
Yeah.
saying it.
Yeah, Annika nods and she kind of pulls away. This is stupid. We should go. We should go.
Yep.
And off they go.
Yep.
Bet you another coffee that he's not dead, though.
He's not dead. I'm not giving you more coffee. Not right now. Maybe after all this.
Well, his cup is empty,
Yeah.
as is the espresso.
The espresso and the coffee are empty, and you guys
Running across.
You running across. You guys
And
make
to the
it-
back straight away. Not
Okay.
even bothering with the front door.
Gotcha. Annika, are you following?
I just imagine Swole Hamish just kicking his way through the trap door.
Did you just call me Kara?
No, I say Annika.
Okay.
Are you following?
Yes, I'm following. I'm running if need be. Like
If Willie's running, you probably have to run and keep up.
okay. We're off
Okay.
to see the wizard, y'all.
For our podcast listeners, Vi is currently freaking out and saying "save me" without his mic being on.
Save me. Oh, my mic's on. I'm just mouthing the words. Save me, don't let me die.
Okay, so you're around.
Madman, help us save us.
Hard to die in this game.
Is it?
Yes.
Relatively.
Excuse
yeah.
me. So, bye.
If I die, there's no more VIFs. Remember that, chat. Remember.
There's no more VIFs.
Remember me, though we have to say goodbye.
Don't do this to me, then.
Vi,
Hi.
the door is just clicked. What are you doing?
Shit. I'm going to gently check the knob.
It is
Not frantically, not to give the idea that I'm panicking.
with a gentle attempt at turning. It remains. It does the little jiggle before it connects with actual turning mechanisms and stops. It does not move past that or open the door.
I'm going to check my cell phone reception.
You have maybe one bar up here at the top.
I'm going to send a text to Annika. Potentially. Trapped in Kara's basement. Help.
You send that text. Annika, have you checked your phone at all?
I check my phone as soon as he says Vi's been gone too long.
Okay, so you're checking it while he's running. You have not received a text yet.
Cool. We're still running.
Yep.
Marine did ask a good question. On a scale of D&D to COC, how hard is it to die?
It is. I would say. And it's actually really easy to die in D&D, by the way.
It's ridiculously easy to die in D&D, guys.
There's a person in the chat that I one-shot with a snake in D&D.
It's also ridiculously easy to die in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, well, that was the other end of the scale. Was really easy or not really easy. I think it was the intended scale. It's not too hard. It's just if you fail a scar roll when you're already broken, then your character is no longer willing to adventure. Could potentially mean death, depending on how you guys want to roleplay that as a group, but it is not a requirement. It is pretty easy to not die, and even if your character has to leave the system mechanically because they are not willing to face any more of this craziness, it doesn't mean that they die. Situationally,
how do we make scar rolls?
Scar rolls are something you make immediately after you take the broken and scarred condition, which is after you take the other 4. And you take that and make that immediately, and I believe the difficulty is just based upon the number of scars you currently have, if I recall correctly.
Right. So as you get more scarred, it gets more difficult to survive.
Yeah. But you can. The plus side of that is that you can then use those scars to grant successes similar to shame. So if you have them, and then you accept them, and then you have to get new scars. Well, I don't think you get new scars, but you use them then, and you've accepted them for the success. So anyway,
okay,
we're running, and he has texted me.
2 things. May I make an investigate roll, please?
Yes, you may. And
well, the second thing we'll deal with after the investigate.
Yes. Also, for the chat, Shane is Marine of 1. I realize I probably should click that. And thank you again for the donation.
Thank you so much. Give us all your money if you can, and if you can't, we don't want to put you out because we know that
be financially stable.
Yeah,
exactly. Take care of yourself
disposable
first.
Income.
Make
that you
good
like.
choices.
And that's from Pastor Ronnie.
No. Make good choices, Pastor Ronnie 2020.
And shred for the Lord.
Gosh.
When did our
no
stream?
Successes.
No successes.
But I will push and take the scared condition.
Oh boy. Valid answer.
That's real valid. I just got done talking on the phone with what could be an agent of fate and or destiny that calls himself a keeper of flesh, and now I'm locked in a room with a potentially dead body. I'm quite frightened.
I think it's very dead. I don't think it's potentially.
I don't know that.
You don't?
1 success.
1 success. You get to ask 2 questions.
What threats can I perceive here?
What threats can you perceive here? Well, obviously you still have Kara's dad upstairs, which, if he comes down, might be interesting. We'll have to see. Potentially Evan, if he's still breathing. Oh my gosh, Shane, stop doing it. I mean, thank you for another $10
Thank you,
tip.
but thank you for the hashtag save by fund.
Stop letting us peer pressure you into giving us money.
We didn't mean to. It backfired.
Good decisions. Okay, if it's a good decision, I will let you make it.
Okay.
And potentially, maybe something lurking in the dark. We have to see.
I'm not going to move from my spot just yet. I like that 4th step of the stairs.
Okay.
I'm going to...
What is your second question?
Okay. How do I get past this obstacle?
What is this obstacle?
Being locked in a basement.
So you're locked in a basement. Do you want to get out of the basement? Do you want to get past the people that are in the basement with you?
I want to get past the people that are potentially in the basement with me.
So get out of the basement.
You can be, I would say you could do it stealthily. Pretty much, you're probably not going to be able to go back the way you came. You can reliably think that that is probably not going to unlock anytime soon. Though, you can also say, I would say with the investigate, you can also see that there is another set of stairs that lead up on the far side of the room. That you kind of.
Of course, they're on the far side of the room. Okay. All right. Before I do anything, Vi's gonna try and focus himself, and I will share I'll share a translation afterwards. I don't know if this will be a contact roll.
Maybe. Depends on who you're contacting. So, okay. Before you say it, and then you can say it, what is the goal of it?
Just contacting a would-be goddess of fate to change mine so that I can be able to survive this encounter because my grandmother Lydia believed in her. So
okay, that will definitely be a contact roll.
Cool.
But go ahead and speak the incantation as you roll. I will say you do get a +1 to your dice pool for that because you're utilizing stuff from. No, I'll say +2 for your item, your signature item.
Okay, if
I'm not gonna.
I'm probably gonna need to say it beforehand because if I try to roll, it's just gonna be a mess.
Okay, I'd say say it beforehand then, and then roll.
Okay.
You'll get +2 for using your. I'm blanking on the word of it. I'm apologizing, but your
signature item.
Yes, and whatever that actually is supposed to.
The scrying crystal.
Scrying crystal, yes. Oh my gosh.
Chris!
Thank you, Chris, for the 420.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, blaze it.
More money.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
Vi's gonna close his eyes. Inhale. Sedakhoitov. Allah no yo. It hitap sikrad. Dana I din ayatwo. Idugaimatop. Idugaimatop. One success.
Perfect.
The translation is Goddess of Fate, the path is dark. I need please guide my way out, I believe I said. Guide my path, guide my path.
All right. So,
I am dead set on adding magic to this.
Hey,
you're more than welcome to do so.
FYI,
Magic,
this might
motherfucker.
be a good time just to slide into this. This is my first horror RPG.
This also,
And I'm a big baby.
by the way, Things from the Flood is less horror and more thriller. Just to also make that clarification, it has no horror mechanic per se, so I would not really classify it as a horror. Yes, I throw a lot of horror into it because of the nature of the content that exists in both the book and the system itself, but it is not about murdering people and horrible things.
Right.
They just kind of happen.
Campaign.
That's a different campaign that is starting up in February.
I'm just a big old baby, and so when you're seeing, this is legit anxiety. I am very tense.
Understand it.
I cut my teeth on Call of Cthulhu, so
So
I'm
by
just over
speaking
here-
backwards in a basement.
Yeah, I'm just over here like, I recognize those words.
So you were asking her to guide your path.
Yes.
And you speak the incantation as you're standing on the 4th step. And
Haven't moved yet.
and as you finish that incantation, you wait for a brief moment, and then you begin to move. It is not a fully conscious moving, but you're moving. And you're stepping, and you're pretty sure you know where you're going. You're not entirely certain, but you're pretty sure. And you step again and again. You continue onward. Evan doesn't move. The basement is dead quiet. And you step around down to the basement of the bottom of the stairs, across the concrete behind the couch, and up the other flight of steps. And as you reach where the trap door is, Wooly, you pull it open using the key from the underneath the rock.
Yeah. I was about to say, I had a great scene in my head if the key wasn't underneath that rock, which is just Wooly breaking a window with the rock.
Nope, it was under there. It's not a fake rock, but it was underneath it.
Okay.
And you unlock the outside of it, and it is Wooly and Annika both standing.
Hi,
Guys,
Oh my god, fine. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah,
And
let's
then
go.
you hear a soft groan from further down by.
Is someone else in there?
You didn't say there's someone else down there.
I look in that direction.
You see Evan shifting from where you can. It's almost his feet from the position that you're in. But the feet kind of begin to slide off the couch.
Guys, it's Evan.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
good.
we gotta get him out of here.
Wait, what's Evan doing in the basement?
Leave now. Wait, whoa.
You said leave now?
Actually,
You said leave now. You said that pretty loudly, right?
For the podcast listeners,
Vi is
Ben
having.
has his trademark grin.
Get him out of there. I don't care how much of a dick he is. He does not deserve to die.
Becker just took 20. What the?
come
Thank you so
on,
much.
guys. Thank you, but
Thank
jeez.
you. Oh no.
Bloody hell.
Oh,
Cast a
no.
spell.
Oh no, Dice. Thank you. But no thank you. But thank you.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Vi, I need you to make a force body roll, please.
okay.
If you fail to do so, you will take the injured condition.
Can I help him by grabbing him,
Yes, you certainly
trying
can.
to pull him away?
And
Okay.
I
Cast
help
a spell.
him
Yes,
by,
thank you very much, Beggar, by the way.
by interjecting Hamish.
You can do so as well.
Who-
That'll give him another bonus die. If he fails to make this roll, you both will suffer the injured condition as well.
Okay, so
Just to
Yeah, so I,
FYI.
Set
I was
and
asking
scared.
whether or not I could use Hamish.
You can use Hamish
new
for the
mode.
bonus. The new mode?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Because he specifically has a new mode that I worked on.
Yes,
For
you
this
can do
scenario.
that. It'll still count as a bonus die for him.
It's just a help.
From you.
Okay.
Yeah, from you. That's how I'm ruling that, because he's technically an item from you as well.
Then yeah, have a +1 from me as well.
Yes.
fun fact.
Yeah.
If I was not upset and scared, I would have 5 dice.
So you have 5 dice again then.
So you have
Yeah,
5 dice
five dice
again.
No.
Because we just gave you plus
Yeah.
2.
You got +2, and then there's
You're on
minus
-2. We've got +2. That's.
I mean,
out.
I would have 3 dice to roll plus your 2.
Oh no, you.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh.
Oh, we're
boy.
gonna get
But-
injured.
Yeah, we are.
-2 plus your 2 is 3.
Okay.
So
Hashtag say bye. Nope. I'm taking the injured condition.
No, we're all taking the.
We're all.
you all are taking
We'll do it
injured
together.
condition as Evan puts a foot into your back, Vi, launching you with what feels like maybe more than should be humanly possible up at the other two. You all collide together in just a mass of people, and before sprawling out. And Evan stands over top of you and looks down. And then he kind of looks around. He looks down at you again.
Get back, guys. Just go.
What are we seeing in Evan's eyes? Is Evan alive? Is Evan bleeding
Roll me an
from a
empathize.
very open wound? Empathize.
Yeah, roll me an empathize if you want to see.
Trying to make that comprehend, but never mind.
I would say you're trying to read somebody's emotions. Additionally, what he's exuding, you can very visibly tell there is red soaked on the left side of his.
I'll try that
body.
empathize as well. Okay.
One success on empathize. Thank God it comes off mine.
One success.
One success.
I thought it came off heart. I was panicked there for a minute.
You both get to ask 2 questions from the list under empathize. Do you want me to read them?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
get it up as well, but yeah, thank you.
What is his weak spot? How can I make him do something? What does he feel? What does he want? What will he do? And is he lying to you?
And I get 2 questions?
You each get.
We both get 2.
2 questions.
One at a time.
Yeah, we'll do a round
Sure.
robin, alternating.
Vi, you want to go first?
What is his weak spot?
What is his weak spot? Probably that injured left side. Well, you can't really see through the blood right from the angle you're at. It's probably pretty beat up if it's bleeding.
What is he feeling?
He's feeling betrayal, rage, on very saddening and upset levels. He's very upset. It is a lot of emotion, all of which is very negative and angry.
How can I make him do something?
You'd have to probably talk him out of what he wants to do.
What will he do?
He will try to end Vi.
All right. While they've been doing this, I want to have straight up lunged at him to push him down the stairs.
Okay, roll me a force. It will be a hard to do so.
All right.
Or an almost impossible is considered. Or no, not impossible. Sorry, what's the name for it? Apologize. Somewhere in this book, there are lovely. Extremely difficult is the actual name of it.
So that's 2 successes?
Yes, 2 successes still.
Okay. Can I get a bonus die from my problem? My friends have rejected me. It's established that I knew Evan and he hates me. So why not add fuel to the fire?
I would say you can do that.
Vi will say,
I'm gonna push.
What condition are you taking?
I am taking scared.
Okay. Take your scared condition, remove 1 die, and roll again.
Oh gosh, I'm scared.
1 success is not enough.
You go to push him and lunge and kind of force him down the stairs, and you see him take 1 step back as you're moving forward, and then he just takes it and pushes you back onto the ground. You won't take another condition, but you are unsuccessful in moving him from where he stands.
Vi, run!
can I use my problem to attempt to talk him out of this?
What is your problem? How are you using it?
I had a secret relationship with my friend's boyfriend. Even
Why he's mad?
look, even if he's pissed at me, I do.
Did something for him once.
Perhaps. Perhaps he has told me things that he hasn't told Kara. And
I will say, roll me a contact roll for that. That is going to be a hard, and that will dictate whether or not you have had a previous relationship. I will say roll that without any conditions, because that would have happened before any of this.
okay, contact roll.
Yes, a contact roll, straight contact roll for me. It'll be hard or extremely difficult. What are the 2 successes?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. as far as you know, anything he's told you is the same stuff that Kara knows. It may not be public knowledge, but it's not something that you specifically know, unfortunately.
Cool. I'm gonna try and run. No, well,
Are you gonna charm him, or are you gonna run? You can do one or the other, but not both.
Annika's getting up and trying to like form a barrier.
I'm not great at charm, so I'm gonna run.
Roll me a force, please. It will be hard.
Wouldn't it be move?
Oh, is it move? Is move the
Yeah.
one? Then yeah, move. Excuse me.
Oh,
I apologize.
Can I help him?
You can certainly try.
All right.
If you guys fail this, you'll have to take a condition.
Yep.
What
Figure
conditions
exhausted.
do you have left, Vi?
I have upset and exhausted left.
Okay.
I have exhausted left.
Then exhausted will be the one that you both will have. Wooly, also, what are you doing in this scene?
Wooly gets up, holding his ribs a little bit, and just looks at Hamish and goes, Hamish, kill.
What?
Okay. Roll me with, I would say with your stats and a +2 for Hamish. Roll me a force.
Do you want me to try that move, or shall we?
Nope. Roll your move as well.
Okay.
They will they will resolve
For me.
independently, but together.
So that's 2. 1 success.
One success for a hard. That will be unsuccessful unless.
And
push
I will
the
take.
roll.
I kind of can't, can I?
You can, because if you take the condition and you are successful, you don't have to take the condition from failing. The condition is only if you fail the trouble. You can push it and take the condition anyway to try to be successful.
That is way too low chances because I only have 2 dice. So
You look in his eyes, and as you try to figure out a plan, you then turn up the bolt, and as you try to go to step in the way, he just pushes you aside, Annika, and then grabs Vi kind of by the back of the shoulder and just kind of holds you there as you're trying to run away. What did you get for your force, Wooly?
3 successes.
Sweet. I was going to say that is a hard as well. I apologize for not clarifying that sooner.
No, it's alright.
So you do get 1 bonus effect for force, which is give 1 success to another teen acting at the same time, or a +1 bonus die to a later roll relating to this one. Impress, frighten, or humiliate. Pin your opponent. Take something from your opponent. Your opponent is knocked unconscious. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future.
So I only get 1 of these, don't I?
You only get
do
one
I
of those.
Okay, in which case my opponent is knocked unconscious.
Perfect. And as he's holding you, Vi, and you're waiting for something because you are unable to turn around, you just hear this dull, unnerving crunch as metal cracks into bone and flesh. And you feel the hand drop off you. As you spin and turn around, Vi, you see Evan knocked unconscious by Hamish, Wooly's dog / robotic pet.
I roll him back into the open cellar.
Get off
Roll me a force.
my friend.
Oh, I'm -2, so that's 3 dice. Nope. I'm too tired for it.
You are
2 of you go
Really?
I'm pulling Vi. We're going.
now.
Wooly, we're not leaving you.
Zoom.
Can I try to fight it?
you can fight it. You can roll me a force if you want to.
Oh, reroll.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
-4 dice, hey, Vi?
Well, I don't need to roll then.
Holy hell, beggar!
Also, thank you for the tip, Beggar. I appreciate
Oh
it.
my gosh, Beggar.
What just happened? I am not in the chat, and apparently I should be.
Yeah, thank you very much for the tip. I appreciate it.
I guess I can't fight since I can't roll.
If that is, you are reduced to a minimum of 1 die. You are allowed 1 die, I think, regardless of the roll. Let me double check that. So the lowest you can go is 1, even if you could go lower. But let me.
And I got 0 successes, but I'm guessing
1 success.
All right.
1 success. Okay, you both
So
are
you break away from me.
But you are unmoving. You've summoned lost your strength.
I scoot back because I've never seen Wooly angry, and it's scary.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me. I just want to make sure I have that roll right. But otherwise, we are.
Yeah. In either situation, it's going to be a tie.
Yeah. So either way, it's unmoving. But I just want to make sure that way we're not giving false knowledge to those.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yep.
If Vi does break free, he's going to step immediately in front of Wooly.
Okay. Excuse me. It is somewhere in here, and I'm trying to find it.
You want us to go along with the potential scene while you're looking?
Yes, you can do that because you're stepping in front of Wooly, if I recall correctly.
Yes,
Let's just go. They're gonna hear us.
Wooly, please. Don't do this. You knocked him over with Hamish. We can leave. We can go.
But I need to get his chip out of his head properly. You guys need to go.
Yes. Okay.
So that I can do that. And then if someone comes, I can get away because I'm not half as hurt as you guys are. And I've got Hamish. You two are just going to slow me down right now.
Just don't.
Can I... It's empathize to see if someone's lying to you, right?
Yes, you may roll empathize.
Look at that evil grin on Ben's face.
So,
Ben, I need you to roll me a charm as a counter. Also, I did find the rule. Yes, it goes down to a minimum of 1 die, regardless of the challenge. Yep.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay.
Scene continues as...
Yep.
On that single dice... Get the phone out.
He's taking a picture. Guys, he rolled a 6.
I'm sure he did.
Yup. 6.
All right.
I rolled a 0.
Ben
So
has made some sort of dark pact.
Oh, there's actually when the session's over, I will tell you the story about we've got a family history. We've got a story.
okay. But by roll 0 on 4 die.
Okay, so you rolled 0, you rolled 1, which means that Ben, I believe you convince him of whatever you are trying to convince him of.
It just makes sense.
Unfortunately.
Go on,
Fine.
Vi, and I can get out. I can still run, and I've got Hamish. You guys are hurt.
Stop.
And yeah, meet at the bus stop.
Okay. Please, just don't.
Go.
Vi just hugs Wooly real quick before going away with Annika.
Wooly will walk over to the downed body of Evan. He will check over his injuries.
What are you
quickly
looking for?
Identify what the actual injuries are. If he's been stabbed, if he's been lacerated by claws, if what has happened to if he's been shot.
Are you gonna look in like intricately or just glancing? Because you can either roll me an investigation check, or I can tell you very simply that there is a laceration, like a cut on his left side.
I'll make an investigate check.
Cool. It will be a hard investigation check.
I knew there was a reason Ben was wearing black today.
Dark
Only one
Wooly.
success.
Only one. You get to ask 2 questions. Oh wait, no, sorry, hard. No, nope. That's a hard. You don't.
Yeah.
But you do see it's cut. That much you do see.
Okay.
Outside of that, you gain no other knowledge.
Willie will take some of the, the wire and stuff like that, and bind Evan's hands and his legs, and then he will start the process of clearing the chip.
Okay.
Because I no longer have to roll for that after my success in the first session.
Right. That is correct.
I can just do now. And then I'm going to reboot Evan, wake him up.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of looks at you. Bully.
Hello, Evan.
What's going on? He kind of struggles at the ropes. Or whatever.
I want to know what happened to you.
Define what happened to me.
I want to know what happened to Carter. I want to know who hurt you. I want to know why. And I want you to give me a reason that I shouldn't kill you right now for hurting my friends.
Roll me a charm, please.
I'll take the fail.
It is only 1. It's not 2.
That's a success.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You're beating math.
That's okay. It's probability. Like we said earlier in the show, anything's possible. So, you convince him. So you want to... Okay. Last... Kara called me after, I guess, Vi told her about what we were doing on the side. And so I came over to talk about it because that's, what people in relationships do. At least honest ones. And he just kind of looks off and kind of looks around and back down in cellar. And then things got heated. And then I felt like I was losing control of something, so I asked to leave. And she said, go ahead. And I started to walk out, and that's when her dad came in and told me, no, you finish what you started. And then I disagreed, and I didn't want to go with it, and I felt something pulling at me to do this. And I couldn't bring myself to, because whatever, I might have gone behind her back on something, and it was kind of...
But you didn't hurt her in a way that was physical.
No, that's not what I wanted, and it got real hard to fight. So instead, her dad stabbed me in the side and then knocked her unconscious. Mm-hmm. And I passed out until I heard Vi. Sorry, when I heard Vi scream, "Leave now!"
Wow.
Then I woke up and was just filled with rage at him for what the problems that he had caused. Even though I know that they were a mutual thing and not something that's just I had a hand in. I look at that, I see that now. But
I'm glad. It means I don't have to kill you. I want you to look at me, Evan. If you ever hurt my friends again, there is nowhere you'll be able to hide from me. I will find you, I will kill you in the worst way that all my mind can come up with. Because I'm in your head now, Evan. I am in your head.
Can't be
and
any
I
worse.
can get back in a second.
And you see this look of... It flashes from questioning, confusion, understanding, a brief second of upset, and then just disappointment. And the guy looks at you and goes, well, I've traded one voice in my head for a potential other.
No, I won't control you. I won't physically control you. I'm gonna be that little voice in your head that should have been a conscience when you were cheating on your girlfriend. Not literally, but I could. It would take me 5 seconds of coding, and you wouldn't be able to look at Kara again. But you know what?
You know what, Wooly? If you're gonna say that you're different from the thing that's been talking to me... No.
I'm much worse.
Oh, wonderful. Good to hear. Glad to hear that I've gone
what I am
one evil
is I'm willing to
another.
give you a chance to be better.
That's great. And if
Everyone
I fuck
deserves
up...
a chance.
Yeah.
No, if you fuck up, you fuck up. Just don't hurt my friends again. We could be friends someday, Evan.
No. I'm sorry, Wooly. I can't be friends with the person who decided to replace a voice in my head that was simple and something, you know, weird requests but easy to follow, with something that is now, let me write a blank check to the inside of my mind because you feel like it.
What simple requests, Evan? I'm curious.
Feel this way. Do that. It's easy stuff.
I guess being a good guy is hard, isn't it?
You wouldn't know.
Fucking knew it.
You wouldn't know, would you, Wooly?
I'm trying.
Well, we all make mistakes.
Don't worry, Evan. You won't remember this.
Yeah, like everything else.
And I will wipe the past 5 minutes of conversation. I will wipe Kara's dad attacking him. And I will remove the restraints.
Okay.
And I will pick him up as best as possible.
Okay.
Well, he's got a body of 3. He's not weak as such. He's just scrawny.
Yes.
I will begin hobbling away with Evan over one shoulder.
Where to?
Back to the bus stop.
Gotcha.
Are you okay? Is everything okay?
He's fine. I did what I needed to do.
Okay. Thanks.
For what?
So, I mean, you saved us just now.
Vi looks at Evan but doesn't say anything.
We should. So Kara's dad's like a freaking serial killer now, right? Is he?
No one died.
Does he have a chip? Vi, does he have a chip? Oh my gosh. Is he just psycho?
He had these... Okay,
Evan?
maybe we should have this conversation.
You've been in
else.
a bad accident, I think, and you've been hurt.
Roll me charm.
We're gonna get to hospital. No.
He kind of looks at you. I don't mean to alarm you, I don't really know that what you tried to do in my head worked the way it should have. So, a bad accident is probably not what happened to me.
Look, Kara's dad went psycho or something?
Oh, did he?
I guess. I mean, you were in his freaking basement bleeding?
Oh yeah, I was, wasn't I?
Look, you gotta get out of here, and you gotta stay away from Kara's house, and we have
to get you to a hospital or
You've been
something.
stabbed.
Just
You've
don't.
lost lots of blood, but you're not dying, which means that it hasn't hit an artery like I thought. It probably just nicked something, maybe a vein. I would suggest getting yourself stitched up, but I mean, if you don't want to go to a hospital, maybe my Aunt Alice can help you out.
Roll me an empathize, please.
Okay. All right. Just warn you guys, I may have to redo a recording to another storage space because I'm running out of space.
You can you can stop and start on a new space. I can worry about it in the post because I will have the audio from this.
Let me just do that real quick.
Sure.
See if I can.
I'll take this brief moment to say a giant thank you to Beggar,
hell,
Chris,
guys.
Shane, Marine of One, and Retro Cauliflower for the donations tonight. Because holy cow, this is not what I was expecting from an evening. Not what I even planned.
Episode 2, y'all.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was like, maybe by episode 10 we might have somebody who might give us donations, or we'll have a sponsor. Outside of when I first was thinking up this show and the Guild of the Phoenix as a whole, I was like, well, I'll have maybe by episode 10 of either Alien or Quiet that I guess I'm doing now. Maybe I'll have sponsor or and then now episode 1 I've had a sponsor, and episode 2 I'm now having donations, and I'm like, what do I do with this? Yeah.
While Vi is doing this, Annika will say, we should I should see my cousin. I'm not. My cousin's safe, and I'm not gonna be up to night like I am right now.
Okay, that's a good idea. Vi, you should go home too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Aunt Alice and work on the electromagnet, and Evan, you're gonna go to a doctor or something, right?
Oh, I still need to roll that empathize thing, but I could not find a way to change over disk space, so.
There's a way to do it. I just am not remembering it right now.
Oh goodness. So I'm saving what I have.
Oh, okay. That works.
And I guess we'll deal with that when it comes to it.
Sounds good to me.
I got 2 minutes left on me saving that thing, so shall we?
Well, I personally, as a player, probably don't have too many more minutes left in me.
Yeah, we need to wrap up.
I think this would be roll your empathize, and then this is where we'll probably wrap up for the evening. So
Okay.
it's a good place to do so.
-4, okay. Nothing.
Nothing?
Nope.
Then this is how we will close out the session tonight. The three of you get on the bus and make your way back to your respective homes in your respective districts.
I'm going to the community center instead.
Reasonably. I believe you're all going to where your sources
Anchors are, yeah.
Anchors are. Vi, I feel like it would probably make sense for you to be the one that kind of watches over Evan to make sure he gets to a hospital. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah.
As you get him there, and he begins to kind of walk in, he stumbles once and then falls. The scene will close out as you are trying to begin CPR, and paramedics rush out from the hospital. And that is where we'll end tonight.
What? Oh my goodness.
He's got the.
Everyone Vi has a connection to either gets hurt, goes to the hospital,
or dies in his hands,
or is left in Boulder. So
we need to get Vi to his anchor.
So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. This was a crazy session. And I appreciate you all being here. Thank you once again, everybody who donated tonight. Beggar, Chris, Shane, you guys are all amazing people, and I thank you so much for the support. It means a lot. All. Yeah, it means a lot to, you know, the fact that you're donating monetary support to this means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. And it means I think that's resonates through all of us here. Additionally, quick thank you also to the 3 new followers we've had since the last time I remember us streaming. Flying Tacos, Love is Blue, which I believe is Caleb, and Maka, which is one of my good friends in real life. So thank you very much, all of you, for following.
Also, we may want to say that we will be taking a week off due to scheduling constraints.
Read my mind.
But
you have a plug.
I might as well continue.
You have a plug. Okay.
Well, a plug, sorta.
You have a plug.
But next week is our own Ronnie's birthday. So
yeah,
and we're gonna go haggle her on Twitter and let her know.
Ask her and me about our playlists for our characters.
Just my birthday present is just let me be super self-indulgent online.
Yeah.
As if I don't do that already.
Thank you very much to the 3 of you. If you guys want to go around real quick and say who you are, where we can find you on the internets, while it's all the way on our splash screens for those of us on the podcast listening. We'll start with the one who's gotten the most emotionally strained tonight, Vi.
Hi, my name is Caleb Wade of Crendemented and Crendemented Presents on YouTube. I am on the interwebs. My personal Twitter is @CalebIsBelak, KalebIsBelak. And my podcast/YouTube's Twitter is crem_demented. The podcast will be back next week technically in place of this. But feel free to bother me about playlists and whatnot. Ship names, also VIFs, you know, just all the attention. Love you guys.
All right, we'll go around to Ronnie.
Hi, the internet calls me Ronnie. You can find me at Rabid Ronnie on Twitter. I do TTRPG stuff and also talk a lot about being a mom and a boring person.
Also an Annie's judge.
I'm also an Annie's judge. I said I do TTRPG stuff.
Doing TTRPG stuff could mean anything from Annie's judge to live
undersell
streamer,
it.
Or
I'm an Annie's judge. So currently,
Joe.
I am in charge of reading and playtesting submissions for the Ennies, which is an annual RPG award that gets awarded at Gen Con every year. It's super cool. And if you know any indie designers who want to submit, you should direct them to ennies.com to submit their stuff, because we want as many voices represented in this awesome community as possible.
When's the deadline for that?
May something, I believe. Yeah, y'all, I'm gonna have so much reading to do in the spring. I'm gonna die.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be so good, though, y'all. We've got some really exciting stuff that we're looking at. Anyway, so yeah, you can find me at Rabid Ronnie. You can bug me about whatever. And thank you very much for listening to me and my awesome friends.
Last but certainly not least, Ben.
Hi there, I'm Ben or Benjamin Aitken. I am on Twitter as Watch Aitken, which is AITKEN, which is a Scottish way of spelling it. I'm a board games designer and project manager, so I'm all over the place, including Kickstarter and Facebook and things like that. So most of the time I am just posting about other people's stuff. Occasionally I post about something I might be working on at the moment and things like that, but tight secrets and loose lips sinking ships and all that jazz. I have been truly honored to play with you all tonight, and it has been a fantastic end to a long week of building a freaking house. Which I've been complaining constantly to these three about.
Oh yes, our chat room off screen has been a lovely group dumpster fire of all of us listening to each other about our problems. It's
a
wonderful.
crazy space.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, well, we need to move where we're actually posting relevant and quiet stuff, because this is becoming a dumpster fire, and I'm okay with it. It's just becoming a dumpster fire. So
It's true.
all right, that being said,
Who are you? Where are you?
oh hi, yeah, I guess I could also plug myself. Maybe I
mean,
guess
you don't have to, but like, you are like the game master. So.
I'm kind of cool and kind of important. No, I am Fennicini, the game master of tonight's beautiful drama, amazingness. Y'all did so amazing, by the way. I just want to throw a quick shout out to my players. They're the best. Y'all are great. Thank you so much for making this such a wonderful place where I don't have to do a whole lot except for yell at you guys because I want to. That's the only thing I have to do. I just be like, I want to introduce characters and I want them to be assholes, and then it happens, and then y'all are like, wow, you're being an asshole. I'm like, yeah. But you can find me on the internet at Fennicini on Twitter. You can find me here on Sundays. Soon you'll be able to find me here on Thursdays as well, I think, with the Alien RPG. Yep. Alien Hope, which are still looking for a couple more players for that. So if you guys are interested in something like that, you can feel free to DM me on either Twitter or Discord, whatever the heck floats your boat. There we go, words.
And I will be in that one playing a real
concept. Yeah, and you can see my sweet sweat stain that I get whenever I GM. So there you go. That's on my own. I call myself out here. And outside of that, you can find me there, and then eventually you'll be able to find me on an Emberwind stream, which will be really exciting, and I'll get to work with some pretty cool people for that, whatever that develops into. That's enough about me, though. We will go on to raid another stream over here, which I think it is. I'm trying to figure out what the actual name of it, because they shortened it all in their title, but I believe it's Recipe for Disaster. They're on season 2, episode 28 of their show, and so we're gonna go raid them.
I wonder what that's like, season 2.
We'll get there, maybe, if we don't die. Watch the world explode. We'll head out to the outro. We thank you all for watching tonight, and we will catch you guys not next Sunday, but the Sunday after.
26, be there.
Yes.
Bye.